Co to za dźwięki? Co coś tam u ciebie dzieje? Co to?
Swear to God, no! Fuck you! Little retarded fucking kid, I hope you fucking kill yourself.
Ej, na streamie jestem, już nie przesadzaj, dobra?
Dobra.
Kurwa i znowu jest... Nie.
I think I might start playing Minecraft again.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Um,
Znaleziono sygnał GPS, system gotowy do pracy. To była miła przejażdżka.
That's not where the fuck are we going, isn't it? A nie, to tu. Bez sensu, dlaczego mi to pokazywało. Gdzie jest ta naczepa? A, tu z tej strony.
Do dzieła.
Do dzieła.
Co?
Gada mi tutaj babka.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
And sometimes I tease about dream.
Wybrano cel podróży.
He says it like, sometimes I dream about cheese.
Skręć w prawo. Skręć w prawo.
Didn't I have a family of cats?
Przygotuj się do skrętu w lewo.
What were their names? What did I name all of them?
Skręć w lewo. Na rondzie zjedź trzecim zjazdem.
You stupid. Nah, nah.
Zjedź
What's
z
that?
ronda.
That's 21? You stupid. Beth for backpack. How much leather do I have?
Trzymaj się prawej strony.
Doesn't work.
No ty rozumiesz, synu, że ja cię słucham, tylko jak no nie, niektóre rzeczy po prostu nie odpowiadam, nie?
No.
Bo nie ma co odpowiadać.
Bro, what? What the fuck? What? Where's my fancy schmancy gun? Oh, there it is.
Hands.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie zjedź w prawo. zjedź
My
w prawo.
fancy schmancy gun. God.
You are out of fuel, nie wierzę, kurwa.
Turn.
Nie wierzę. To mnie oszukała banda decydentów, no. I nie spojrzałem w ogóle. Nie zrobiłem pre-check before going out.
Aha.
Nie widzę, żeby coś tu było.
Guns. Hee. There you go. Pew pew. I cannot remember. No, not that. Guess that's the. Gorillas.
Ale tam mieliśmy... Nieważne, znajdę nową trasę.
You get it?
No, nie za bardzo.
Because I said gorillas.
A,
I got sunshine in a bag.
dobry utwór. Zajebisty utworek.
Sounding like those guys that do the rain dance.
Yep.
Man. Oh, a village. Damn. Okay, need to check. Oh, it's a resource pack.
Trzymaj się
How
lewej
do I turn
strony.
on the resource pack? Um, um, what?
A po włosku ambulans to ambulanza.
Aha. Oh, resource packs. There it is. It's not here. What? How about I extract the zip file? Dad,
Yes.
is there any situation where a game would use a zip file with files inside instead of the extracted files? with
Yeah,
files
yeah.
inside? Okay.
Sometimes games just use zips without, you don't need to unpack it.
It's just okay.
You're talking about mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some games using just zips without unpacking.
Oh, I'll have to redo this. I don't know, because it's like weird.
Oh, do the screenshot and send it to me.
Nah, I'll be fine. Nah, I'll be fine by myself.
No to ale miałeś przeczytać coś, nie?
Well, what do you mean przeczytać?
You said I'm gonna read you something and I said do a screenshot and you stopped.
Read you something?
Yeah, I think that's what you
What?
said.
Redo.
A, redo. A widzisz, ja zrozumiałem read something.
Maybe I just launched the game too fast after getting it.
So what are you modding?
It's a resource pack to make the leather armor in the game cooler looking. Because it was plain, you know, I have the vanity slots from another mod, so I was thinking like, hey, if I make it look like this, it's gonna be like cool, like a gear and stuff. So I'm gonna want to put that on my vanity slots.
jak ładnie.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
It's not working.
Yeah, because it's bedrock. And then pack. It's on Java.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie zjedź w prawo. Zjedź w prawo. Trzymaj się lewej strony.
Aha, fucking gonna make it work.
Trzymaj się lewej strony.
Au.
Para, bem.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie skręć w prawo. Skręć w prawo.
Darn.
Burn, baby, burn.
Darn.
Ah, darn.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie zjedź w prawo. Zjedź w prawo. Na rondzie zjedź drugim zjazdem. Zjedź z ronda. Przygotuj się do skrętu w
Alpy
prawo.
przejeżdżam koło Alp. Fajnie zrobione.
A?
Skręć w prawo. Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie skręć w prawo. Skręć w prawo. Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie skręć w prawo. Skręć w prawo.
No nie mówię, że muszę tu wjechać. Już.
Jedź prosto.
Good burger.
Burggutter.
Ty masz tak samo jak ja, nie? Że jak coś usłyszysz, to w głowie ci się odwraca, nie?
Aha.
Jakie jaja. A jutro co obcinamy? Well. No dobra, jutro zobaczymy, na co będziemy mieli rano ochotę, nie? Bo to dzisiaj to może
No.
być inaczej, a jutro można być inaczej.
Jedź prosto.
Takie ładnie tu jest, zobaczymy czy tu się da garażyk kupić. Gdzie jestem? A, mam tu już w Innsbrucku, dobra.
Trzymaj się lewej strony.
Kurde, chciałem zatrzymać kasłanie, aż mi nosem poszło. Zakasłałem nosem.
Mhm.
Obliczanie nowej trasy.
Fish.
£1?
No. Fish. Fish.
Oj. Wytarłem bandę. Nowy lakier. 15 000 mnie kosztowało. Już porysowałem. A wiesz, że to pierwsza rysa boli najbardziej, nie? Potem już następne tak nie bolą. W sumie ładnie, ale mają zaraz domki obok autostrady. To pewnie wdychają tego świństwa więcej niż powietrza. jechać? Aj, zjechałem na stację, dobra, najpierw paliwo od razu wezmę. Na jedno
Aj.
wyjdzie. Aj!
Gabagool.
Jak powiedziałeś Gabagool, to mnie to się jedno tylko kojarzy ten prezydent Clinton, on tak Gabagool, on tak gadał, tak. Aj, ty.
Ah,
Nie.
missed me.
Very often when Corina tells me she misses me, she missed me, I say, it's good, probably with the stone. Tak sobie myślę o tym, że ten Chuck Norris odleciał, nie? Umarł dzisiaj, no nie? Słyszysz mnie, czy nie?
No.
I tak sobie myślę, w taki sposób zmienił swój status na legendę, nie?
Mhm.
Teraz odszedł i wskoczył mu status legendarny.
No. My God.
Trzymaj się prawej strony. Trzymaj się lewej strony.
Spawning right next to a village is so god spawn.
Ah, because you're Minecrafting, isn't it?
Mhm.
Are you starting new gameplay?
Yeah.
Trzymaj się lewej strony.
It's like a weird destroyed house.
O, ojcze moje.
Trzymaj się prawej strony.
Whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
She is.
Trzymaj
I
się
threw
prawej
that
strony,
paper.
a następnie zjedź w
No, no,
prawo.
no, don't say stuff like that.
Zjedź w prawo.
The hell is...
The hell is wrong with me? Co chciałeś powiedzieć?
No.
O,
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie skręć w prawo. Skręć w prawo.
One of the pigs died and I don't know how.
by
That
death?
was just pork lying around on the floor. Gonna live up to my expectations, game?
Report.
Przygotuj się do skrętu w lewo.
Yeah. Huh. That looks like
Skręć w
something
lewo.
weird on the minimap. Aha.
Dotarłeś na miejsce. Do usłyszenia
The
następnym
path from
razem.
the village goes up vertically on a hill. Oh my god, it's the grain. It's literally the grain. Because you've got the town down in the sort of valley, and there's like water and stuff. And then there's a path going right up a mountain, which you have to climb. And then there's just one lonely house up here. There's not even anyone here. I gotta investigate the weird thing on my minimap. Fish!
Is it fish something special that you? Oh shit.
What's this? It's a structure. I found a structure. A strange structure. Wait, I need to get into my options again. Sneak toggle. Oh! That scared me. You can hide inside the boxes, but like the movement kind of like made me go like, what the hell? No? You want to block? No? You want string? No idea what this. Green man? What? What the hell? Oh! Whoa! that's okay. Can I wash myself off, please?
You can try.
I'll go try.
You go try.
I go try.
Ah, you go try.
Oh, but the water's all the way down there, though. I can get away with it easily. Water! I can't wash myself. I wonder. Ah, bread.
W drogę.
I'll go back there.
Skręć w prawo. Skręć w prawo.
Yes or no?
No.
Przygotuj się do skrętu
Are you
w
sure?
lewo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skręć w lewo.
Ale o co było?
Dirtiness. Testing mechanic.
Skręć w prawo.
I want to test it though. Oh! That was scary.
Trzymaj się prawej
Scary
strony,
Berry.
a następnie skręć w prawo. Skręć w
Thank you for
prawo.
alerting of where I died. It was instant death. Strange.
Jedź prosto. Trzymaj się lewej strony, a następnie skręć w lewo. Skręć w lewo.
It's I
Przygotuj
have
się
an
do
orange.
skrętu w prawo. Skręć w prawo.
Tu gdzieś w
Really?
tych takich krzakach dinozaury były czasami. U mnie na mapie.
You know. Tak?
No, czasami jak przejeżdżasz, dinozaur stoi, ale to w niewielu miejscach na całej mapie. Taki easter egg.
Aha.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie skręć w prawo.
What?
Skręć w prawo.
No dobra, skręcę w to prawo, no. A już stoi na mnie, czeka cysterna do przewozu.
Skręć w prawo. Jesteśmy na miejscu cali i zdrowi.
To dobrze.
To dobrze.
Jedź bezpiecznie.
Jedź bezpiecznie.
I'm like, oh, why can't I access the thing? While I unbinded the thing. Oh, there's like biomes and stuff.
Skręć w lewo.
Aha.
Skręć w prawo.
Jakiś
Trzymaj się
samobójca,
prawej strony.
jak mi wyjechał.
Anyways.
Na rondzie zjedź drugim zjazdem.
To anyways, kochany, czas ci się pewnie kończy.
Mhm.
Jutro normalnie ci widzimy, tak jak zwykle, tak?
Zjedź z ronda.
Aha.
Dobra. Bardzo się cieszę, nie mogę się doczekać. A jutro wyszedł, bo wyszedł, nie wiem czy na Netflixie już tutaj będzie, ale wyszedł taki dość bardzo mądry film, żeby pokazać chłopakom, jak mają żyć lepiej trochę. Wiesz, o co chodzi?
Mhm.
Trzymaj się
To sobie
prawej
jutro to
strony.
obejrzymy, dobra?
Okej.
A i mam ze dwie gry do sprawdzenia. Jedna o robieniu you have a chicken restaurant, but it's kind of like a gruesome when you're doing all the stuff. Like for example, you have chicken coop and you want to do chicken nuggets, so the guy goes there, pick up the chicken and put them in the blender. It's like going, it's everything.
Ah.
And the other one is kind of like a steampunk, futuristic steampunk detective story or something like that, which at least on the trailers looks super awesome. And I got it for free, both of them on Epic. Like I'm telling you, you should at least once a week check your Epic. Because for example, the Tiny Tina's Wonderland or whatever, I also got for free on Epic.
Ah.
No, naprawdę dużo dają, dość fajnych gierek czasami. A co tam dzisiaj jeszcze będziesz porabiał później? Coś będziesz zamulał pewnie na YouTubie albo takich rzeczach, co?
Terraria on the Steam Deck.
A, Terraria na Steam Decku będziesz. A to matka cię nie krzyczy, że grasz na kompie, a potem jeszcze na Steam Decku? Czy tak...
Nie.
No to dobra. No to chociaż tyle, nie nudzisz się aż tak bardzo, nie?
Mhm.
Cieszę się bardzo. Ty coś gadasz, czy co to za dźwięk?
Czekam.
słyszę?
A nie, ja po prostu czekam na ten jakiś download. Oglądałem coś.
Na download?
Czekaj.
Ale fajnie, tu jać. takie dupki wyhamowali. To co tam jeszcze coś ściągasz? Domski, jesteś tam jeszcze?
Kuźwa, mówiłem, czekaj, potem on nie czeka.
Że ja mam czekać?
No,
A, kuźwa, to
ale
nie
już
zrozumiałem.
już nie.
No dobra. Ja nie zrozumiałem. Myślałem, że to do siebie gadasz, że czy coś tam czekać. Ale coś pytałem i zapomniałem, co pytałem.
To downloaduję. Ja downloaduję nowy modpack,
A.
będę grał.
Rozumiem. A tutaj nie. Oj, źle zjechałem.
I love how all of the modpacks are like, yeah, version 3.0.3, 1.21.1, version 36. This one's just one.
This is just one.
This is just one version 1.
Because it's a humble pack.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't brag too much about the numbers.
Yeah, one.
So what's the pack about?
Apocalyptic.
Apokalipty. Ej, cicho, jest jeszcze jedna giera, którą widziałem na Epiku, która mogłaby Ci się spodobać, bo wyglądają jak trochę grubsze, jak z Robloxa, nie? Takie modele, te główne, ale takie fajniej zrobione. I to jest taki stalker, taki prawie że stalker w takim, to się nazywa Stalcraft. Mogłoby Ci się spodobać.
Wow. Może.
Po co ten stoi tu? Czego się śmiesz?
Wait. Human, I remember your genocide.
Oh, fuck.
It's a meme, it's a meme.
No. Nie widziałeś kierunku? Gościu we mnie wjechał.
This is your last Undertale.
No w co ty teraz grasz? To jest w tym modpacku takie?
Oh no, it's doing something.
Just need
Well,
something
I'm just
and
doing
you
that for
connecting
that
the meme, or
Meanwhile, no, I'm meanwhile doing something else.
Ah, okay. You're multitasking.
Huh. Doesn't regen.
Trzymaj się lewej strony. Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie zjedź w prawo. Zjedź w prawo.
Zjedź w prawo.
Has it done something yet? Are you serious? The Minecraft isn't responding?
Oh no.
I'm just gonna wait.
Trzymaj się lewej strony.
Human. I remember you.
Tobie to dużo nie potrzeba, nie?
No, no. It's
Ja wiem, to jest taka tylko zagadanka.
inside joke. Slightly. It's a slightly inside joke.
With your guys?
No, with the Undertale.
In okay, makes sense. So yeah, okay.
Trzymaj się lewej strony, a następnie skręć w lewo. Skręć w lewo.
Game crashed. Fuck off. Do not send.
No kurwa, nie wpuszczą go.
Do it again.
Przygotuj się do skrętu w lewo.
Maybe I should be clicked on it.
Skręć w lewo. Jedź prosto.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
You got a
Because
fish
you...
jump scare.
Fish jump scare? Ej,
Yeah.
w ogóle to powiedziałeś Jesus Christ, because
Kolejna
sometimes
trasa
you
za
dream
nami.
of cheese.
Oby więcej takich.
Uh-huh. Sometimes I dream about cheese. I love that line. It's my favorite line from Half-Life 2.
A pamiętaj, żeby jutro przypomnieć mi, to zobaczymy sobie oryginalny cutscene od tego, czy tam tą scenkę, dobra?
What? Half-Life 2?
No tak, to nie jest nagrane
Yeah.
gdzieś. No.
No, it's 4 seconds. It's literally just you interacting with the guy and he says, sometimes I dream about cheese.
Yeah, that's enough to just show me how it looked, because I kind of remember, but I don't remember visually. Make sense?
No.
No, no to dlatego mówiłem, sobie zobaczył, jak to wideo wyglądało, to sobie przypomniał.
Może za duży ten mod i chuj.
O Jezus, nie mów tak, no może za duży, no. Coś się wiesza. A to próbujesz to z innymi modami, czy tylko ten modpack? Bo to...
Tylko ten
Tylko, nie?
modpack.
Hmm. Ciężko powiedzieć, ale masz rację. Może być, że być za duży i nie będzie ci wchodził. Albo nawet konfiguracja systemu czasami jest inna i już.
Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa-ra, ta-ta-ta-ta-ra-ra, ba-ra-pa-pa-pa,
Ja mam te swoje mody wszystkie
ta-ra-pa-pa.
do Ja mam te wszystkie swoje mody do Project Zomboida tak dużo, nie? I on
No,
też jest taki, że tak fajnie są takie wybrane. No ale pogram trochę i zaczyna gra potem coraz wolniej, chodzi coraz wolniej, wiesz, co less frames and you know,
aha.
starting to... What the fuck? Huh. What the fuck? Ale troszkę. Za 223 tysiące. Nie, za dużo. No może to do tej Anglii to by pojechali. Ach,
Okej, ruszajmy.
Banan.
banana. Terakota.
Hi.
Do roboty. Skręć w lewo.
No ja muszę iść. Nie mogę tutaj siedzieć i czekać na to.
No tak, następnym razem co zrobisz. Kocham cię bardzo. Baw się dobrze. Co mam ci powiedzieć? Pamiętaj, że tata tu jest jak trzeba i jakby co to jutro się rano widzimy 10 o'clock, tak?
Aha.
Jedź
No spoko.
prosto.
Zadzwonię
Buziak.
do ciebie oczywiście rano jeszcze zanim przyjadę. Buziaki, pa.
No dobra.
Na rondzie
Buziak.
zjedź pierwszym zjazdem. Zjedź z ronda. Trzymaj się prawej strony.
To ja se tu włączę jakiegoś podkaścika i niech leci. Będę jechał i oglądał. Co tu mamy za jakieś coś fajnego podkaścika włączyć? To fajne.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Who sings that?
How dare you? How dare you say who sings that?
No, who's
Angus Young. No,
AC.
Angus Young is the guitarist, right? It's God damn it.
My brother used to beat the shit out of me with that music.
That's right. And then before him, Bon Scott. Bon Scott died of a drug overdose, right?
Oh, man.
Is that how he died? Just went too hard.
That's the thing. It's like it's that moment where you're like, do we want to go any harder?
I saw a video of Angus on stage the other night, like recently. He's like 7 years old,
From ACDC.
going ham. Old fucking dude, white hair, just dancing. See if you can find that video. Just dancing around on stage. Carl was still up. He's like, Dad, you didn't put me down yet. It takes 3 minutes to calm him. You got a whole system.
3 or 4 minutes, and they might for sure stop.
And
Well, he
get him
got-
a weighted. Do they have a weighted blanket or not for him?
I don't think they do that for dogs. Does that really work with people? I feel like there's other ways.
There's
than
that
a
one
weighted
video of that like really like kind of weak kid who gets trapped under one or whatever. Have you ever seen
Oh,
that
no.
at that birthday party?
How big is the blanket?
I mean, it's like, I guess it's like 80-pound test or whatever. I don't know how heavy the thread.
It's like a marlin blanket. A marlin line.
I mean, I don't know how heavy the thread was, but it's like he's like trying to text for help or whatever. on his-
Jesus Christ. Oh, so it's just a joke.
No, I
It
think,
has to be a joke.
I
For
it
real?
didn't. It
No,
looked like
he was really trapped?
yeah, it looked like a kid. He was very much trapped under there.
Oh, man.
He was very I don't know, say malnourished or unnourished. You know, he didn't like to eat or whatever. One of those kids that only eats nuggets or whatever.
Oh, well, nuggets are better than just chips. These nuggets are some kind of protein.
Yeah.
Some kind of... What do you think Bobby Kennedy's going to do when he gets into the
Did we
White
start?
House? I think well, yeah, we're
Oh,
rolling.
okay. Okay,
Do you think they're going to get rid of
A
nuggets?
następnie
See,
zjeść
here's
prawo.
my take on like I was just reading this whole thing about Chick-fil-A, and they were saying
Zjeść
this is
prawo.
the most dangerous food in America. The #1 burger, Chick-fil-A is like the #1
Skręć
fast
w lewo.
food sandwich, chicken sandwich, and there's a fucking 1,000 ingredients, and it's like, yeah, just don't eat it every day, stupid.
Yeah.
I eat them. I'm
Yeah.
healthy. I'm real healthy. You just don't eat them every fucking day.
You enjoy them.
Yeah, you don't. It's not your primary diet.
Yeah, if you're going over there every day or whatever, leaving your kids at home to go get one or something, if you're
just
lying,
fiending.
yeah.
You're just fiending for Chick-fil-A all day.
Well, they're so good, and they come in that little bag. It almost has that. They come in the unmarked bag, you know.
This is a paid advertisement for better help. Life is kind of like a book, and every new year is the start of a new chapter. Except in this case, the pages are blank, and you can write whatever the fuck you want. Maybe you're working towards buying a new home, maybe you want to learn how to garden or pick up hunting, or maybe you want to work on your relationships. However you want your story to play out, it's going to take work, dedication, and a little bit of help. Even the greatest authors have an editorial partner to bounce ideas off, and that's nothing to be ashamed about. If you need some help living the life you want, therapy is always a great place to start. Therapy is for everyone, not just people who've gone through a major trauma. It can teach you valuable skills like how to cope with stress, how to communicate better, how to set boundaries,
pewno
and more.
pójdę
One
na
of the
te
best
terapie,
ways
gdzie
to get into
większość
therapy
z
is
tych
BetterHelp.
terapii to są
It's
takie
entirely
kurwa
online, so it's
blerwy,
easy to get
które nawet
started
dobrze
and
nie
more
potrafią
affordable
powiedzieć,
too.
ile jest
And
krajów
as the
na
largest
świecie. 3
online
kraje i
therapy
zapytasz się,
provider
która
in the
mi powiedzieć, a
world,
ona będzie mówiła,
BetterHelp
jak
can
mu
provide
żyć.
access to mental health professionals
Sorry,
with
Rogan,
a
ale
diverse
tutaj trochę
variety of
pierdolisz.
expertise. Write your story with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/JRE. That's betterhelp.com/JRE. I went to a football game the other day, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Feel good, still work out, still feel healthy.
The key is just don't make that most of what you eat.
Yeah.
Every now and again, a little Chick-fil-A is not gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah, treat your lady, treat your friend, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Get off of work. I'm gonna have one today.
I'm gonna get me a double-double from In-N-Out. Fuck it.
That's a lot, though. Just get a regular one.
If you're gonna go hard, go all the way hard.
See, I'm the guy who I would get 2 singles instead of getting a double.
You know what I get at In-N-Out? I get the Flying Dutchman. You know what that is? It's just patties with cheese on it.
And
It's
there's
so
no hate.
good. It's so good because it's fresh. Because In-N-Out doesn't freeze their meat. Their meat is always fresh. So when you get those, I mean, it's just perfect, man. Just 2 burger patties with 2 slices of cheese, and I pick those greasy bitches up and I feel great. I don't feel bad at all. It's like the closest thing you can get to healthy food at a fast food spot.
And so there's no bread on them.
No bread. No bread, no nothing, no sauce,
And what do you
no
pick them up
ketchup.
with? You pick them up with 2
Fingers,
forks?
like a fucking pig, like a sloppy glutton. I just resign
That's
myself.
that Missouri sushi, dude. You're fucking it's meat and cheese.
Just meat and cheese and greasy fingers.
Damn, dude.
And
That's
then-
that Montana
it's so hot.
sashimi, brother.
It's so hot you can barely hold on to it. Oh, people do it with the onions on it too? Yeah, I've had that.
Oh, I haven't seen all this.
The onions is good, but my way is no onions.
I have a block on my computer. I don't think I can look at some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I put the Flying Dutchman, dude, it's going to bring up.
My buddy Cody gets them with onions inside of them. So they slice up the onions, put it inside of them, grilled onions inside. That's nice.
I love onions. I think onions are a underrated food.
Do you think onions have any nutrition in them at all? I love onions too. But
Yeah.
Whenever I eat onions, I'm like, what am I doing? There's nothing here.
Right, but there's
You know?
something about them that's like, oh, yeah, but you want some.
There's a tinge to, you know what I love?
Yeah.
I love a good tomato and onion salad. You know?
Yeah.
When they give those beefsteak tomatoes, like heirloom tomatoes with slices of onion and some balsamic on that bitch, a little bit of salt. That's nice.
Oh, I love that.
That's like an old school New York steakhouse thing, you know?
like a
sliced-
burrata style thing, you
Well,
mean?
that's good too.
If
yeah.
you go burrata, you're great.
Oh, the burrata and the tomatoes, you can't go wrong. But the onions and tomatoes, tomato and onion salad was like a steakhouse thing. I never really saw it anywhere else. But like tomato and onion salad was like a big thing in like New York steakhouses.
Yeah, baby, that sounds good.
Mm.
I like I like when you get, there's a Vidalia onion. You ever seen that one?
No.
That's a beautiful onion. Bring one up, if you don't
Vidalia.
mind, Jamie.
But well, let's guess though, because I genuinely have no idea.
Okay.
Do you think there's any nutritional content in onions?
Let me think about it. Let me think about it while I'm eating one. I don't know.
There might be some sneaky shit that like only like Andrew Huberman can tell you about, you know, some weird ingredient.
Like
in it.
some back end magnesium or something.
Yeah, some weird,
Yeah, like some fucking
some weird shit.
like. You mean there's some
That's a Vidalia onion. Okay, so I think I've seen them before. I just didn't know they had a different name.
Those are good.
There is a lot of nutritional value I have on
Is
this
there?
stuff.
You know-
Okay, that's what I want to know. Impressive health benefits of onions. Oh, okay. Now I feel better for liking onions. Tell
There's
me what can they do for you?
Vitamin C.
Easy, we should have known it.
Let's see. Look at all that. There's a little sugar? Interesting. 4.7 grams of sugar in an onion. Imagine how nasty it would take without that sugar. How nasty would onions taste if they taste that good with that much sugar?
Just God put a touch in there. He knew
Has
it.
anybody ever had sliced onions with sugar all over it?
I don't don't know.
Damn,
Because you would think it would bring the sugar out even more.
Right? You know what I had the other day that was really good? Watermelon.
No i gadają o tym, czy cukier na cebuli, to czy co ludzie jedzą. W Polsce od wieków jeden z najlepszych leków to był właśnie syrop z cebuli. To był tak zajebiście słodki syrop z wielką ilością cukru i na cebuli to wszystko. Ohydne to było, żeby nie było, ale Polacy to mieli wieki.
With salt on it. You ever have that?
No, I haven't had that.
Dude, it's like, you either love it or you, what the fuck have you done to watermelon?
Oh,
Like,
I can see that.
I love it.
Mexican people like to put crazy
Chili
shit on
mango.
fruit. Yeah.
Chili mango, man. That's
They're
a
like,
big one in Mexico.
You like this fruit? And they're
They
like,
nailed it.
now you'd like it or what, motherfucker? They
It's
like
spicy
fucking
fruit.
Yeah, they get crazy,
Bro,
dude.
but chili mango works uniquely. Like, out of all spicy fruits, that's the one that caught on so much it made it to potato chips.
Chili mango?
Yeah, like chili mangoes and everything.
I haven't had that.
Oh, dude, I drink chili mango Element. You know what Element is? Like the hydration mix. It's nice.
I like hydration though.
That's Rob Wolf's company, right? I believe so.
Dude, why is there so much hydration now? And also, dude, I just want to say thank you to Mexican people just for doing everything that they do, dude. I feel like every week we should have a round of applause for Mexican people, I feel like, in America.
Well, it's weird to want to keep them out. You know, they have some of the best food. They're the nicest people. They're some of the hardest working people. Like
Yeah.
one of the
and they're organ donors too, a lot of them.
That's awesome. One of the dumbest stereotypes ever was like the lazy Mexican. Like, what are you talking about? Everyone I've ever met has like fucking 3 jobs. They're all working 12 hours a day. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I knew a Mexican guy, he had to leave work to go to his job. It never ends, dude.
You know, Mexicans used to have a feud with Puerto Ricans back in the day with boxing. In boxing, there was always like this feud between Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. And the Mexicans would always say that the Puerto Ricans didn't work hard enough. Like the discipline, like some of the Puerto Rican guys were maybe more talented, but the Mexican guys were known for discipline. Like some of the great Mexican boxers, like Julio Cesar Chavez, one of the things about him was his volume was insane.
Yeah.
His knowledge of boxing was insane, but his volume was insane. And the only way you could have volume like that is if you have supreme conditioning.
What does volume mean? Volume punching?
Volume of punching. Wow. You ever watched Julio Cesar Chavez? One of the greatest of all time.
He
One of
passed
the
away?
greatest of all time. No, he's still alive.
Oh, good.
And his son is boxing now. His son is a really good boxer. Not at the level that his dad was, but Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was one of the all-time greats. But he would just overwhelm people with volume, just break them down. Pull up a Julio Cesar Chavez highlight. Because when he was in his prime, one of the greatest fights of all time was him versus Meldrick Taylor, and he knocked Meldrick Taylor, who's an Olympic gold medalist, phenomenal boxer, and he knocked out Meldrick Taylor with like 10 seconds to go in the final round. He made this dude cry. Well, look, his hair should make him cry.
Who's that again?
Is that the dude from Red Clay Strays? That's his brother?
Yeah.
He looks like he could be his cousin that wants money from him.
Bro,
Oh, it's my cousin, the boxer. Shit.
it looks like fucking machine gun punching.
So I don't know why he made this dude cry, but just go get me a highlight because we don't have the time to like just watch him break this dude down. Give me just like a Julio Cesar Chavez Chavez Senior highlight.
She comes from Silver Spring.
Those guys, you got one of their jackets on, man. You're wearing a Red Clay.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
They're great, man.
Thank God this is warm.
So in the 1990s, he was the fucking man.
He was
the man. He was, I forget what his record was before he had his first defeat, but it was something crazy, like 80 or 90 fights before he had his first defeat.
Yeah, it's athletical.
Bro, and is there a highlight of his knockouts? Just give me a highlight of like him beating the fuck out of people. He was so good, dude.
Look at this. He's about to cook this brother.
That was Meldrick Taylor.
Oh.
So Meldrick Taylor and him had an epic fight where Meldrick was winning at the beginning of the fight. Meldrick was very good.
That's Meldrick?
No, that's Pernell Whitaker. That was a fight where he probably shouldn't have won. but they gave it to him, and a lot of people, including myself, watched that and think Pernell Whitaker got robbed. Pernell Whitaker was like the slickest of all of the American boxers of his era.
Wow.
But Julio Cesar Chavez just broke Meldrick down later in the fight.
What made him
Just
so
kept
good
attacking.
then? What made him?
Well, you know what makes a fighter? There's a lot of things, but he didn't stand out in terms like he wasn't faster than everybody
Right.
or hit harder than everybody.
He
He
seems like
wasn't
the John
a
Stockton of
one-punch
fighters
guy.
right here.
He was a volume puncher, so
Right.
he would put guys away by breaking them down. He would break their will and crush them. That was what he would do. And he would do it with this fucking mean look on his face when he's just at the end of fights when he had guys broken. He would just overwhelm them and swarm them. He was one of the most terrifying guys because he kept his pace up, 12 rounds, no fucking problem,
Like Dominic
iron
Cruz?
chin, but different. You know, it's like Julio's, that's the final punch that dropped Meldrick Taylor.
Wow.
And that was one where it was a fucked up call because Richard Steele knew that Meldrick Taylor was out, but there was really only 2 seconds left in the fight, but he still has to wave it off because the dude can't fight.
Right.
So it's kind of crazy. So all these people are mad at Richard Steele because if he didn't do that, Meldrick Taylor would have won the decision. So he stops the fight with like 2 seconds to go. How many seconds was it when he called the fight off? I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say 2 seconds. It might have been 5 seconds.
And what would you do in that situation then?
Well, he's doing the right thing. The referee is there to save the fighter. If he takes one more punch in those 2 seconds and that one punch kills him,
Right.
that's him. It's on him.
17.
So 17, he goes down. Well, so let's see what happens. So he gives him the count, which is a standing 8 count, and then he looks at him and he asks him a couple of questions. Give me some volume. So look, he's not looking at the clock. He's looking to save this guy. But look at him. Look at him. He looked him in the eye. He wasn't there.
3 seconds left.
But he's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing. It's crazy if there's 3 seconds left, but he is doing the right thing.
Because the referee's job is to make sure that they stay alive.
Yes. Protect the fighter.
Because a
Protect
fighter
the
wouldn't
fighter.
make the right choice, you're saying?
Right. That's why a referee has to protect the fighter from a cut. Like if the cut's too bad, the referee has to call it or bring in a doctor to call it. There's some times where the referee, it's a judgment call, and sometimes they get it wrong because they're human. But it's a crazy job. They have the hardest job in the world. So the guys like Herb Dean, the guys like Mark Goddard, those guys need more praise because it's one of the most difficult jobs in all of combat sports other than being a fighter. The second most difficult for sure is being a referee.
Wow.
Because you got to make these calls. You're like in the middle of chaos in a world title fight where millions of people are watching.
Oh.
And you got to keep this thing together in this very chaotic sport.
That would be so tough. Yeah, I wonder, what are the requirements to be a referee? Like how much, like to be one of those, like Mark Goddard or...
There's courses you can take. I know Big John McCarthy was very instrumental in educating people. Herb Dean's very instrumental in doing this. There's a lot of these guys. Mark Goddard, they'll put together seminars and help guys that are coming up. And there's probably a formal, let's see find out like what is the website that's like best for if someone wants to go and learn how to be a referee. But
Fuck, you could probably just pull up in Memphis and start blowing the whistle on a bunch of shit.
most of
going
them are
down.
massive fans, of course. Most of them train, like Mark Goddard trains. I believe Mark Goddard's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'll have to check that. I heard Dean, I know, had a few MMA fights.
Oh, so they also have, a lot of them also have experience.
You have to have some. You have to know what's going on because sometimes, especially in like submissions and things like that, like things get complicated real quick.
Yeah.
Like someone not letting go of an inside heel hook. And like, that's a scary one. There's like, do you remember who Samar Palhara is?
No way.
His name was Taquino, which means tree trunk. That's like his nickname.
Who's Samar? He's Brazilian?
Samar Palhara. He was the scariest guy of all time because he was all leg locks and he was built like a tank. He was like 5'8", 185 pounds, just this fucking ball of muscle. And he would dive on dudes' legs and just rip them apart.
Oh, like a python.
And wouldn't let go. Wouldn't let go of the legs. So the guys be tapping. He's the only guy to ever get kicked out of the UFC winning.
Because he was
Because he
doing
was
that?
holding submissions. They kicked him out. They said, you can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do it? You can't do
You
what?
gotta let go when the referee says stop.
Oh, he
because
kept-
he's crippling people.
Oh.
You want to see a highlight that makes you cringe? Pull up Husamal Paul Jarez submission highlights.
Oh, I don't want to see it.
Jake Shields punched him in the face after their fight because he got a hold of a Kimura. Jake tapped and he still kept cranking on it. He would do that with guys. He just was a pit bull. He wouldn't let go. But there's an unsportsmanlike aspect.
Do you feel
for
like
sure.
that's unsportsmanlike at a certain point? It seems like it is.
100%.
Yeah.
You know you're going to cripple a guy. You know if you keep twisting on a knee, he's going to have surgery. You know, if a person taps, it's supposed to be that's it. You know? And there's the heat of the moment stuff, but then there's people that just do it over and over and over again. And
Right.
there's, you know, folks
Like
that are
Draymond
known
Green.
for that. So look what he would do, man. He would just get a hold of the guy. Look at his knee. Look, and he's tapping, and that was with John Fitch. Show that one again. So he's tapping. So he gets this knee bar. This knee bar is awful. Look how bad it is. He's tapping, and he's still cranking. Still cranking.
Wow.
Yeah, still cranking. So it was like, he would hold on for an extra second or two, which is more than enough to destroy.
And they kicked him out.
A second doesn't seem like a long time unless you're caught in a knee bar. That's an eternity where your knee is getting exploded and you're tapping and you won't let go. You gotta let go immediately when the person taps.
Yeah.
When the referee stops the fight, you gotta let go immediately.
Now, do you let go when the guy taps, or you let go
So
when
look at this here. The referee was on him. The guy's screaming in agony, still cranking.
He might have had a fit. He might have had a...
Oh, he was a mean dude. But he grew up very poor on a farm, horrible upbringing. You know, it's like there's kind of a crazy story, dude.
A lot of pain.
A lot of pain. Grew up in extreme poverty. And like this scar on his chest, like they had to glue a wound that he had as a child, like on the farm. They glued it together. That's why he has this big scar on his chest. Just a hard man.
Yeah.
And a scary dude if you got a hold of your legs, because he wasn't going to let go.
I mean, in some ways, you know.
Well, I'm glad you're not grappling.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to know him, like, adversely. Damn, dude. I can't believe we saw Shane, too.
Yeah, what did you say? He looked like a pickled egg?
How dare you?
No, I'm just saying. I
You
think
right away. You hadn't seen him in how long? As soon as you saw him, Shane's in the sauna, and you're like, you look like a pickled egg.
well, he looked like one of those kind of eggs, like in that little cage or whatever at the gas station, you know?
Those bucket eggs. The ones that are on the bars.
Yeah.
The pickled. Give me one of them pickled eggs. You know how fucking hungry you have to be? These fucking eggs. Who knows how long they've been sitting there. You're like, yeah, give me one of them.
And there's always some trucker over there just bobbing for apples in the tank of them, like...
It looks so unsanitary.
Bro, in the fart that rips out of your body off of
How
that
are you
thing.
gonna ban Chick-fil-A, but you're not gonna ban that? You imagine?
Dude, that has to be RFK's arch nemesis right there.
Can you imagine if you were living off those eggs, the farts you would have? If that's your only food source. Like, let's imagine
Oh,
you're like stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean with only bottled eggs. Bro, after a while, your own fart's gonna make you jump in the ocean. You're like, I can't even be around myself.
but there's a lot of, like, there's that trucker's high that they get from huffing their own gas. There's like a syndrome or something that starts from it. From people, just imagine,
Trzymaj się lewej
that can't be good for you, right? Caging yourself up at 80
Your own
miles an
farts.
hour with your own farts. And just cruising state to state, just fucking...
Just letting it go, baby.
Ugh.
And the combination of things, ring dings, pork rinds, fucking
saying-
Pepsi.
saying fag over and over again. Just all of that just compiled at once into you.
And then listen to conspiracy theorists talk on podcasts all day.
Just deep into fucking the murky waters of Alex Jones, just hopped up.
I've been on social media a little too much lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been reading too many people fighting and arguing about stupid shit to the point where I'm starting to develop theories, and I don't want to.
Like, well, I saw Alex Jones, and he looks really good, doesn't
Yeah, he's losing all weight.
he? He looks like he has to go to
Looking great.
court for something.
No, Sean, our friend Sean is helping him. He's
Oh, really?
working out with him every day. Yeah.
Bro, I noticed it like in a month. I just saw like, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's really committed. He's gonna do a documentary on it. He's gonna do a documentary. Taking back my health.
it's so noticeable. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, he looks handsome.
But this is fucking theories that it's not even him.
Oh,
There's-
really?
Yeah. There's theories
my
that they
God, I bet
replaced
it's
him
not.
with a different guy. Yeah.
Who did though? That's always the thing.
That's the thing. But here's the thing. I know that's not true.
Right.
Like, I know the guy who's training him. I know him. Like, I'm still in touch with him.
Yeah.
Like, I text Alex all the time. I know him. He's just losing weight. But if you go online, there's a lot of people that believe that this is like a different person. There's a lot of people believe he's been co-opted by the government. There's a lot, like, he has to chime in on every single thing that everybody wants him to. Otherwise, he's been co-opted. And I'm starting to develop these theories where I don't know how much of that conversation is real. I certainly think there's a percentage of that conversation is real. There's
What
certain-
conversation you mean?
when people think that people have been co-opted
Okay.
by the government, like that they've become, what is that one that they like to use? Controlled opposition. That's what, if you want to pretend to be a smart conspiracy theorist, you have to say controlled opposition.
I can easily
Look
see.
at this.
Bro, in 2 weeks, Tom Segura will be playing this guy.
He looks great. That's all it is. He looks great.
But he
doesn't look like the same person.
not at all, dude.
Because he's laid off the booze. He's laid off the booze. He's not eating any bullshit. I
What
don't
was
know.
he
I don't even know if he's.
drinking? Really?
Yeah,
Can
he's
you bring us back up, please,
investigating
one time,
satanic pedophiles all day long.
brother? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
sometimes
he
you want to take the edge off.
does. Yeah, bro, he fucking... I mean, he looks totally
Yeah.
different now.
Yeah.
He looks like, Randy, Orton.
Now, but imagine if this was no internet. Imagine there's no internet, so we don't
you
know.
believe in a heartbeat it wasn't a road guy.
Sure. There's no way that's the same guy.
Yeah.
This guy on the left looks 15 years younger.
Oh, yeah, dude, a chubby guy used to do the pool when I worked at this Spawn one time. He used to do the pool, and one year he got on Dexatrim or some illegal fat burner or whatever, and he came and did the pool one time when I was there, and I didn't even believe it was him. I never
Wow.
believed it. Totally different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you didn't have stuff like this, you'd be like, that's not the same guy.
So if this was just the television days, no social media.
yeah, I think that they recasted the guy because something happened to him over the offseason.
100%. You would think, oh, someone replaced Alex Jones with a fake Alex Jones.
But he would tell you if that happened, right? He would be like, Joe, somebody...
Yeah, they
there's-
replaced me. He would say they replaced me.
They're sending somebody
Well, who
in.
the fuck is going to do his voice? There's only 4 people alive that can do a good Alex Jones impression. Are you aware of the Elon Musk, Adrian Dittman controversy?
That he... I saw something, they said he was a fake person. He made a fake...
I think they call them sock puppet accounts.
Okay.
And it's generally frowned upon to have a fake account. Like, it seems like it would be a fun way to fuck around online. I don't
Right.
have one, but it seems like it would be a fun way to fuck around online.
It takes a lot of time, it seems like.
Yeah, but you could have like a fake account where if you're a public person, you know, like Elon Musk, and you want to say some wild shit, but you don't want to take responsibility for it. You just want to shit post like everybody else, like an anonymous person.
Oh, that's true. He can't do that, really.
Yeah, I would say that would be a smart thing to do.
Was it really him? Did they find out?
But is that unethical? That when one person can call themselves, you know, cat turd, you know, that's a legit name for a dude. I don't know anything about that cat, but that guy could just talk about anything he wants to talk about. But if Elon Musk does it, well, he has the responsibility of his public image. Well, maybe he doesn't want that.
Right.
Like I don't have a problem with either one of them.
Yeah, sometimes you
Shit,
just
I
want
don't
to
have a
shed your
system.
skin. You just want to take a layer
Yeah.
off. You want to relax at the house. You want to kick your feet up and yell something down the hallway you shouldn't yell.
Right.
And that's what he wants to do.
I think you should be allowed to do that.
Yes, I
This
think
is
you should
one of
too.
the problems with making the internet, you know, like taking away the anonymity. But here's my question. Because of that, right? So if people can just have fake accounts and people should be able to, which I think they definitely should be able to do. Because of that, though, then you have to wonder when you see arguments, how many of these arguments are real people and their real opinions, and how many of these arguments are this giant block of accounts that's been purchased by a large organization that is hiring people or using AI to have arguments with people and incite things
Right.
online.
Wow.
It's not 0% people. Now, I'm saying, like, if you have a personal belief in something, like, no, they're not bots because I think that way. I'm not saying that you don't believe what you believe, and I'm not even saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that if there's any hot button cultural topic, you can fucking guarantee that some of the people talking about it aren't real. either they're not real in that these are not their real opinions, they're being told to say these things, or they might not even be a real human. They might be an algorithm, or they're a bunch of people that have been hired whenever there's hot button cultural issues or voting issues or political issues. A lot of those people arguing are not real.
Yeah.
And there's a real question as to what the number are. Like how much of this is like real interaction
Trzymaj
between
się lewej
people,
strony.
and how much of this is all of this meddling that's being done. Like they're changing the way people think about things and forcing and arguing with these things all day very persuasively on behalf of some sort of special interest group.
Yeah, I think that sounds very plausible, especially these days. There's not as much, it used to be that a lot of media was controlled by a few channels and networks, right? I mean, that's safe to say. Would you agree with that?
It was all controlled by a few channels.
Right.
It was all, all you had when we were kids, I remember when cable came out, it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
What was before that?
You had ABC, NBC, CBS. That's it.
No.
Yes, that's it. And then out
You
of
had three
nowhere,
chances for-
yeah, Fox. Fox was crazy. Married with Children. The Simpsons. Fox was nuts. Fox was this wild network. So that was
Yeah,
that was
Fox.
the fourth network.
Married
All
with
of a sudden.
Children was so good.
So good. So you have this fourth network, and then cable comes along, and then satellite, and now streaming, and the internet's like, what? I don't even think we're aware of how much more content we absorb than people that were, that lived like when I was 21.
Oh, yeah.
Playoffs. We're talking about playoffs? You bet we are. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code ROGAN. That's code ROGAN for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Well, even if you're just by the airport or whatever, sometimes I wish they'd be like, can someone turn all this shit off? It's like,
Yeah.
you don't even know what's going on anymore. In the middle of the night, I'll have like songs playing in my head that I heard on like TikToks and shit. It's just bad. Like, it's gotten to be too much. But I think that what I'm saying is if somebody had all that control at one point, or if a few networks did, there's no way that now that they have less control, they're not still trying to find that control. And that they're hiring different groups to be Twitter bots or Twitter personalities or whatever.
Yeah, make TikTok accounts, do TikToks about issues. People have said flat out that they were offered money and then they got paid money to make things for political people, like make people think that they were really excited about voting for someone, and they would pay them for pro content,
Right.
So pro whatever that person is. So there's a whole business in this where they reach out to popular influencers and they say, hey, I want you to endorse this person. Would you do that for X amount of money?
Well, didn't that happen with like Megan Thee Stallion or somebody? Weren't they hired recently or and I'm sure the Republican Party did it too. I think that was a Democratic one that they had, where they hire performers to come and perform.
Yeah, this was the big controversy. We tried to get to the bottom of it. It's hard to know. So the accusation was that
Trzymaj
there
się
was a
lewej
few
strony.
artists. Lizzo was one of them.
Yeah, that's who it was,
Eminem was
Lizzo.
another one. Beyonce was the big one.
Right.
And that they were paid an exorbitant amount of money to go and endorse Kamala Harris at these rallies. I don't know if it's true. it seems like there might be something to it. They spend so much money, dude. It's so crazy that the economy is like one of the biggest problems that we think of today. Like you think of
Like, what do you mean, the economy?
the economy. Like if
Okay,
people
the
are
US
worried,
economy.
the people that want to vote on things, what do they want? They want the economy to be healthier. They want us to have less national debt.
Safety.
They want less inflation. They want safety, low crime. If that is the amount of fucking money they went through, like you spent $1.5 billion and you paid celebrities to, if that's true, you paid celebrities to, like, how am I supposed to trust you with spending money? You imagine if, like, if you were gonna marry a gal and you just gave her access to your credit card, you're like, look, baby, you know, you and me, we're in it now, so
Here you go,
I
boo.
want you to be happy. And she just goes fucking ham.
Yeah, she's just buying
but she says,
Gypsy
hey, I'm
Rose
only doing this
amulets.
up until we get married. Yeah. Because once then I'm all about a sensible budget. I'm all about fiscally being responsible.
You couldn't believe that.
You wouldn't believe it.
Not at all.
You'd be like, wait a minute, like, you've been going crazy with these fucking handbags and jewels and shit.
You'd be like, I'm not marrying you then because, we have too much shit. I can't even see you in the apartment now. Because you're fucking-
Also, I can't trust you with the credit cards. You're a fucking maniac.
Dude, I had this roommate for a while, this dude, and he would get all high out in the living room, and he would get these empty boxes, cardboard boxes, and he had a couple cats, and he'd get out there, and he would have them do tricks and stuff up the box. He'd stack them really high in the living room. It's like a 20-foot ceiling. And he'd get stoned, and he'd get upset if I didn't come out and watch. Fucking weird is that, dude?
Meanwhile, that guy can vote.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guys that go, whoa, Megan Thee Stallion, is that who she's voting for? Well, fucking sign me up.
He would get pissed if I didn't come out and watch, dude.
That's what's
Oh.
crazy. Like, how they spend money to make sure that people think that famous people will vote for them.
I don't think anybody, dude, I don't even believe that there's famous this, it doesn't even seem like a real thing anymore. It's like the other, like I was just texting with Nikki Glazer did the, whatever it's called.
Golden Globes?
Golden Globes, right?
That's what it was, right?
Yeah, she hosted the Golden Globes. And
I heard she killed it.
She did a great job, right? She did a great job, and she was like just confident and fun and ripped. It was awesome. She did a great job. So I was just texting her saying, "Hey, congrats, that was awesome." And I said, "Were you nervous?" And all, you know, there's a lot of famous people. And then she's like, "No." And I was like, and then I was thinking, it doesn't even seem like people are that fame has kind of gotten different over the years. Does it seem like that at all? I think because some of the most popular people aren't. It used to just be like they were movie stars, you know? But now it seems like it's just changed. Like you could have just as much infatuation for somebody that you saw that made an entertaining video on Instagram as you could for Tom Cruise, you know?
Well,
Do you know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think one of the worst things that's happened to actors is they talk outside of
Trzymaj
acting.
się lewej strony.
It's almost the worst thing that you can do. Because then everybody, it changes your opinion of who they are.
Yeah.
You don't like them as much anymore, you know?
Well, in Hollywood, all was always one way. Remember 4 years ago, you couldn't even say the word Trump or Republican, and you would be fucking ostracized. I mean, it was like, or 8 years ago. Like,
I'm
that
sure
was
it's probably
crazy.
still like that now. In Hollywood, we're just not experiencing it because you're living in Nashville and I'm living here in Texas. But
Yeah.
Trzymaj
if
się
you're
prawej
in certain
strony, a
circles
następnie
in Los
skręć w
Angeles, they
prawo.
still feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Skręć w prawo.
I wonder how much of the division in this country is caused by what we were talking about, by this thing that's legal. And again, I think it should be legal. I don't think you should have to tell your fucking name if you want to talk shit about something that's going on and it affects your life, or that affects your job, or that affects your kid's school. You shouldn't be subject to fucking prosecution because you said something about the school board, because you just felt like being an anonymous person saying they're a bunch of fat slobs and retards, and you wanted to say that, but you couldn't say that because then you would get in trouble with your kids, would get in trouble, and this and that.
Well, that's what's happening in England right now, isn't it?
It 100% is. It 100% is.
Is that that's really happening?
Yes, it's really happening. You can't give people that much fucking control. You can't give people that much control over what offends them or what offends people, what you can say, what you can't say.
Can you imagine if we could, if they would come at the end of every episode, they'd be waiting outside of your.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. This is a new thing. This wasn't England 10 years ago, right? This is a new thing. And it's a scary thing. It's a really scary thing. They arrested thousands of people for social media posts. Thousands.
That's crazy. Were they threatening people?
Well, this is what they're doing, man. First of all...
No, were the posts threatening?
No. They don't have to be. They don't have to be threatening.
What?
Yeah, they could be misgendering. There's a lot of things that you could get in
Why
trouble
be
for.
alive if you can't even think or say what you want?
People could deem it's racist if it's anti-migrant. You know, they have a migrant
Trzymaj
crisis
się
over there
prawej
in Europe.
strony.
People can deem it, you know, anti-migrant and Islamophobic. And there's a bunch of, you know, them that are threats. People threaten people online, which totally makes sense. So
Yeah.
you shouldn't be allowed to threaten people online. But when you get past that, if you have an opinion about something, something that's affecting the country that you live in, I think you should be able to express yourself. And I don't necessarily think that people should know that it's you. I don't think you should have to carry that around. Like, you should be able to express yourself and not have to be famous.
Trzymaj się lewej strony.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
You mean to not have to have it be known? So you're saying that
Right.
Elon
But-
should be able to also have a separate voice if he wants to, or anyone
If you want
should.
to. But the problem is, if you do that, then you're going to have corporations that are doing what we're suspecting that they're doing. And what this one former FBI analyst, we pulled up this article 1,000 times, Jamie. Pull it up one time, just because it's just so crazy, you can't believe it's real. This guy was analyzing the amount of Twitter people that are bots. And this was a contentious issue, contentious aspect of the purchase when Elon bought Twitter. So when Elon bought Twitter, they were saying there's only 5% bots.
I remember that.
We sampled 100 people, 5% of them were bots. And he's like, that's not enough. You have hundreds of millions of people that are signed up for this. How many of these people are fake? And they really didn't want to tell. They just like not a lot, don't worry. It's like, you know.
Yeah, how many bots were programmed to lie if they were asked if they're a bot?
It's like a guy asking a girl, how many guys have you slept with? I said, a couple. Nothing.
4.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm a former CIA cyber operations officer who studies bot traffic. Here's why it's
Trzymaj się
plausible
prawej
that more than
strony, a
80%
następnie zjedź w prawo.
of Twitter's accounts are actually fake, and Twitter is not alone. More than 80%.
Yeah.
Zjedź w
See, I don't
prawo.
think we realize that because we're on there for real. We're real people on there. But you're real people where fake people are constantly arguing right in front of your face like the world is ending. It's not necessarily all real people. There definitely are real people arguing on Twitter. Don't get me wrong. And I think even the fake people arguing is very addictive. And I think you want to get involved too, because like seeing this guy dunk on that guy, I want to fucking dunk on somebody.
Yeah.
And then people are spending all their time in this job that they hate when no one's looking, the boss isn't around, you know, typing up some real witty, nasty shit on Twitter. And I think you want to be able to do that anonymously, but if you do have that and you don't know who's doing what, you do get to this point where someone can fucking manipulate it. But if you do know, then the problem is the government has already shown how fucking shady they are when someone comes out and says something that goes against what they agree with, or what they're trying to push, or what agenda they have, or what's best for them financially. So they'll fucking throw the kitchen sink at you. We've seen them do that. You can't have those kind of people in power where they can know exactly who's saying what. You still have to have the ability to have whistleblowers. So you have this conundrum. On one side, you're going to have this completely manipulated environment that's done by corporations and fake people and people that are paid by parties just to push the party line and to go out there and debate it vigorously and argue it. They're paid to do it.
Yeah.
And all you have is your wits. All you have is your ability to try to form your own opinions of things, regardless of like where you feel like you're pulled because of whatever ideology you publicly proclaim to be. I'm a liberal person. This is how I feel. I'm pro this. I'm pro that. And then they'll start fighting about what that means.
What's scary when that happens, because then you also have locked yourself into a space where you might not change because you're afraid of what your public persona is.
Exactly.
And that's got to be...
That's how you get to Dick Cheney endorses Kamala Harris, and the liberals are like, yeah, boom. I saw this dude, he posted a atomic bomb gif, and is like, after that happened, like, it's over, boom. Like, you guys are just dorks who don't play sports. Do you realize what kind of mental gymnastics you have to go through where Dick Cheney, rest in peace, where Dick Cheney,
He passed away.
he just passed away, where
Oh.
Dick Cheney endorsing your liberal progressive candidate, that somehow or another that's a good thing. The guy was the architect of the Iraq invasion, weapons of mass destruction host, all that shit. The
He
guy
was a slumberger
he
guy,
was
right?
a scary guy, man.
He was the oil guy, right? Who couldn't put
Halliburton.
Yeah,
He's from
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Fuck.
Bro.
Yeah,
so
that
you
was
have
bizarre. I mean, that's the
mental
thing.
gymnastics.
Everything's gotten so bizarre, dude.
He's not dead? Oh, it's a fake report? Fake Dick Cheney death report came from RT parody account. Those motherfuckers.
Here we go, bro. But
They
hey,
got me. But this is the thing. It's like,
W porządku.
you can't tell
Znajdziemy
what the
inną
fuck is true.
trasę.
Well, first of all, how is he still alive? You know?
Yeah, let's go.
How many
dude.
soccer players did we lose this year? Midfield, massive heart
electricity.
attacks, just running down the street. People are dying,
And Liz
and somehow or another, Dick Cheney's still alive.
and Dick Cheney's
with
still
a
out there twerking.
different heart.
Yeah. That's what they're
He's
doing
got a
now.
fake heart.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's on his 6th or 7th heart. A lot of these, you don't think politicians are getting fucking separate hearts and organs, dude? You don't think they're first in line when they
Oh
fucking...
yeah, for sure. That's probably part of the, like, if you're gonna open up a hospital, this is what I want. The moment my shit goes south, I want a doctor ready with his hands scrubbed.
Yeah. Oh, I bet there's a sick Rothschild out there somewhere, and every month they're putting a new ticker into him.
Dude, I was reading a story last night about this dude who was one of the, I think he was a Rockefeller, who got eaten. See if that's, I believe he's one of the Rothschilds or Rockefellers. God damn it. One of them fancy people, when you hear the name, you're like, oh, that fancy family. One of those. So this
Yeah.
dude went to New Guinea and got eaten by cannibals. Apparently he went there,
I'd hate...
Michael Rockefeller. So apparently he went there, and they were fine. They were fine with him the first time he went there, but he was trying to get something from them, and the something that he was trying to get from them was sacred. And apparently they were very pissed off at him. So he didn't know that they were pissed off at him. So that when he went back, he thought they'd be friendly with him.
Yeah.
And they killed him and ate him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they hid it. They hid the story forever. So they went looking for this guy, like, hey, my rich cousin is missing. Where is he? And they're like, I don't know.
They just
Fucking burp. They just ate that dude.
somebody just coughs up one of those things that keeps your what is that thing that goes on there into your shirt?
Your cuff?
A cufflink.
Oh, a cuff link.
I just fucking
Yeah.
Some guy just coughs up a cufflink.
Hey, let me give a shout out to the person who was on their YouTube channel, because I can't remember most of the details of the story. But if you go to this dude's YouTube channel, he lays it out.
I tried to find a hat that matched with y'all's curtain in here.
It's perfect. You nailed it.
Thanks.
I get it in here somewhere. I have a real problem with these goddamn YouTube videos. I'm watching too much. I'm absorbing a lot. I'm learning things.
But do you think like you talked about Islamophobia in Britain?
Did I talk about it? What do you mean?
Or did you mention it a minute ago? Islamophobia?
Well, we
What
were
does
talking about
Islamophobia
migrants. We were talking about the migrant crisis. We weren't necessarily
Okay.
saying Islamophobia. I think there's it's like the migrant crisis in the United States. It's not a crisis of one type of individual coming in. The idea is that you want to be able to vet everybody who comes in, from no matter what, whether they're from Guatemala or they're from Syria. You want to find out who the fuck they are. You don't want to let in criminals and psychopaths.
Yeah.
It's all that simple. And if you start, blocking off people's ability to do that, I always have to wonder, like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
If you're just trying to let everybody in and not check, are you trying to create chaos? Is that what you want? Because that's what I would do if I was an evil person and I wanted to fuck up an entire civilization. I would just let criminals in. I would encourage criminals to go there. I would release them out of my jails and give them money to go north.
Yeah.
You can just walk across to America. We're going to pay you to do it.
Well, I think you have a lot of people that have like that believe in some sort of a moral and ethical code, and they feel like they don't have a place to be sometimes, you know.
There's also some people who grow up and they just got fucked by the world. They just got brought to a real bad spot. And they started off way worse than you.
Trzymaj się lewej
And
strony.
that's the reality of if you want to keep a healthy society, you have to keep those fucking people out. Like, the world is not fair. It's not fair. And if you want to protect the best aspects of the world, you got to keep them safe. And then spread out that safety from there. It's not let in all the bad. It's spread out the safety. It's like the way to do it isn't to just let all the criminals in and then, oh, well, now we all live with crime. Like, no, that's stupid. The way to do it is to solve the crime problem in an area and then expand that area ever greater across the world. That is totally doable. That's totally doable. You're never going to stop all crime, but you can minimize it significantly with a concerted effort, which is not being done. They're not doing that. And there's a bunch of different things that they have to do. Instead of just hiring cops to fuck people up, they should train cops better. They should pay them more. They should make them more respected.
Trzymaj
Yeah, I
się
saw the-
prawej
Make
strony, a
people
następnie
appreciate
zjedź
cops
w
instead
prawo.
of like think of them as the enemy.
I agree. We always thought that cops were reliable, but then I guess some cultures have different
Zjedź w
experience with
prawo.
the cops. But these days, cops are so diverse that it's like you couldn't have a like.
Szukanie nowej trasy.
You'd almost have to
Oh,
be
cool.
a alien or something to have a racial issue. It feels like sometimes, you know.
Well, I think cops are just like all kinds of people. And
Obliczanie
the
nowej trasy.
problem with all people is they're going to vary. There's going to be some people that can handle pressure and some people that can handle having power and being a boss.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you've
a
had
good
good
point.
bosses. I've had great bosses who were great guys. They made you happy to work with them. You knew they were the boss, but it was a cool situation. And then you got people that are cunts just because they're bosses. You got this guy that just won't stop talking down to you because he knows he can get away with you because you need the job. He can get away with shitting on you. You've all had that too. That's the problem with being a cop. Like, some people are just not good at having power over people, and some people are great with it. And then there's the reality of the stress that they face. Every fucking day you might get shot. Every day you're pulling people over. What is the worst thing that's going to happen to you in your day? Oh, did someone open their door on your car? Oh,
Yeah, did someone whistle at you 'cause you had
I
big
saw a
tits or whatever?
10-year-old get their face shot in. You know, I saw a little girl get run over by a car. I saw horrible murder scenes. You know, they're going upon car accidents every day. You're seeing so much awful shit. You're dealing with, and then every time you pull somebody over, and every cop has seen these videos of people pulling people over and just getting littered with bullets, just fall to the ground. There's so many of those videos. Getting your gun taken away from you, getting shot and killed.
Yeah.
We've all seen those videos. They're
Oh yeah,
fucking
it's at
horrible.
Walmart everywhere. A lot of that shit. It's like there's just so much violence now.
There's this one where this guy was beating up this female cop, and his daughter was telling him to stop. The daughter was trying to get him to stop beating this cop to death. You're like, oh my god. So, like, that job is not a normal fucking job, and
Trzymaj się prawej
people don't
strony,
have
a
respect for
następnie
it and
zjedź w
don't
prawo.
appreciate it. It's a sign of the sickness of society. It's
Yeah.
the illness of
Zjedź w prawo.
society that we don't appreciate law and order, and we think of it as something that somehow or another that it's uniquely oppressive, and that without it being there, you'd have less problems. So there was that was all that defund the police thing.
Yeah.
Which is just, we should have learned from that, and I hope a lot of people did. Like, that's a terrible idea. The problem is
Przygotuj
not
się do skrętu w prawo.
cops. The problem is cops are human, and
Right.
they have to stay
Kręć w
human,
prawo.
otherwise you're gonna get fucking RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
So what are we gonna do?
RoboCop could easily get hijacked too. That's another issue. It's like a lot of if there were cyber attacks, like where they wanted every electric vehicle or something to just go drive off a cliff, they could just control, like, just
100%.
if they wanted every oven to just heat to 250 degrees and just burn down every house.
Sure.
Like, if something got hacked, you know, it'd be very spooky. So yeah, if cops got hacked, bro, that would be crazy. And then also they could just say they hacked the, like, you could have a dirty
Skręć
entity
w
hack
prawo.
the cops and use them for whatever they want. And then who do you even sue at that? What are you gonna even, you know? They're not even people. You're gonna put a robot on the stand?
Well, you would have to know what kind of, like, hacking is even possible and whether or not it can be detected. Because if they're doing it wirelessly, like, can they do it like, Jamie, you would probably know this. Can you hack something wirelessly from an anonymous account and, like, get into a system and no one knows who did it? Or is everything ultimately traceable if they can find the source of the invasion?
I think when you get to the high level stuff, the hacker, like the person doing the attack goes through so many levels to try to hide where they're coming from.
Yeah, so they can hide someone. And also, how many of those guys that are, like, operating at that level even exist?
Yeah.
How many of those, like, super high level hackers are out there? And everybody else is just kind of at the mercy. Like, if you, like, try understanding that, if you don't do that,
No, it's impossible.
So how is a judge going to understand it? Who's going to understand it?
Yeah.
How are the cops going to understand it?
Right. It's kind of, yeah, it's got to be weird if you know that much stuff. You're kind of in a world of your own.
Oh yeah, if you're like a super Bitcoin creator type dude, you're in a world of your own. You're existing in the most sophisticated layers of the technological power of the likes the world's never seen before. Never seen anything like it. And you're the people that are at the head of the code. You're the people that are making AI.
Yeah, you're like Christopher Columbus or whatever. You're the fucking. You're on the.
Christopher Columbus
You're on
is
the
great.
edge.
Bro, that's great.
Dude, if people, that's why I've said this for years. People with autism are they are the link between regular people and machines. That's where we're headed. It's all, no, in 2 generations, everyone will have autism. You won't be able to find anybody that doesn't have it or that doesn't, like,
Well,
kind of
it's
freak
almost
out if, like, somebody's, like, whistling or whatever.
It's almost like whatever the reason why more people have autism today. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that think it's vaccines. There's a bunch of people that think it's environmental issues. There's a bunch of people that think
It's Chick-fil-A, some people probably.
could be
I'll
Doritos.
take it though, dude. It's so fucking good. There's no way you wouldn't take some Chick-fil autism, dude, if they had it, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're like every now and then, just a weird guy runs out of the back room with a couple pickles on his back, dude, I'd fucking be like, I love this guy no matter what he has, you know?
I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry,
But
dude.
it had something to do with autism. What we were talking about, like.
Oh, I think that this is the end of that
No.
rant.
So just imagine.
All right.
Okay. So there's whatever the reason why there's more cases of autism. Most people, I think, will agree there are more cases of autism now than ever before.
Okay.
But what meaningful changes have we done, if any, to try to limit that, or to try to mitigate that, or pull that back? I'm not sure. And what meaningful,
Trzymaj się prawej
what
strony.
progress has been made, where you're saying like, oh, now we have 20% less autistic kids. So if that's not the case, and yet we're in the greatest technological time that we've ever been aware of, and people have more access to information now than ever before, why is it moving in that direction? And maybe that is a natural thing. Maybe all this transgender shit where everybody's like, oh my God, like I am so sick of hearing there's boys and there's girls and that's it. Maybe when you find out about plastics and the things that's happening to the human body because it's fucking with our endocrine system and it's shrinking people's genitals and shrinking people's taints and it's lowering testosterone levels and causing more miscarriages, If you were watching this play out, if you were not connected to us, and if you were like from another planet and you're like, what is this thing doing? Oh, so this is a very complicated animal. And this animal gets involved in various plastics and metals, and it has a symbiotic relationship with plastics and metals, where the plastics and metals, it gives them cars and handbags and television sets, but it also robs them of their primal essence and slowly turns them into these genderless, weird creatures that can only survive by replicating through their DNA.
Dude, well said, bro.
Because if you were looking at it from somewhere else, and you were looking at, well, what are we addicted to? We're addicted to electronics, and we're addicted to plastic.
Yeah.
We use plastic for everything.
And we're willing to sacrifice something for it.
Dude, I was reading this whole thing about petroleum in the healthcare industry, and like health and wellness and like oils and shit, like how much petroleum is used and all this. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere. It's bizarrely everywhere.
Petroleum is?
Petroleum is.
Yeah.
So you've got oil and you've got plastics and you've got all of these weird, funky phthalates and chemicals and pesticides and herbicides. We're all aware of it. We're like, this is really a problem. This is really a problem. I'm fucking blasting the air. It's all of your food. Like, this could be a problem. Everyone's on fucking Monsanto. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
nobody can sleep
glyphosate
anymore.
is everywhere. And everyone's like, well, we'll certainly get to the bottom of that once we make it safer for queer kids. And then it's slowly, we're going to get to a point of no return where our genetics are fucked by our environmental pollutants, which have only existed over the last couple hundred years. So our genetics get fucked by these environmental pollutants, and they're like giant changes in human testosterone levels just from the 1970s. Giant changes.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So I think if you're on that path, and you're clearly on that path, we are as a human race, we're clearly on that path.
Fast.
And we're also at the same time on the path of artificial intelligence. It's like, how much time do we really have? How much time do we really have here?
What if this, though? What if a trans kid... How many trans people are there?
They're all trans now.
Right. What if
The whole
this-
country's trans.
What if this...
I think they've backed off a lot of it. A lot of people have decided they really didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
There's quite a few, and people get mad at them,
Oh.
which is really wild.
When they
People get mad at them for changing their mind.
Have you interviewed anybody that has gone down the surgery path and didn't want to have the surgery? Did you ever talk to someone like that?
No.
I'm just curious what that world is
Look,
like.
everybody's got their own weird thing with that because it's a weird thing. Like you don't like your sexual organs that you're born with. You identify with another gender, or at least you think you do.
Right.
At least like you identify with what they like more than what the boys like. You're probably just gay. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that they've studied is when they leave transgender or supposedly transgender youths and they don't do anything, they eventually become gay men.
Oh, I
It's a
see.
Big
W porządku,
Big percentage
znajdziemy
of them.
inną trasę.
Does that mean they're all like that, and some people don't like genuinely have like true gender dysphoria? No, it doesn't. That's always been a thing too.
And being gay used to seem like if you were just gay, that was everything. It was like, but I guess
Everything.
it was like gay didn't. It was like, oh, if you were trans or any. Now it's LGBTQI, right? And I'm not
There's also
Ale
there's intersex
mieliśmy,
two,
nieważne,
plus,
znajdę
right.
nową
What is plus?
trasę.
Which one's plus?
I don't know.
I know two is two-spirit, which is my favorite.
Really? I know I'm gonna need
Two-spirit. They took the kooky two-spirit people and
the Native American.
no, two-spirit is like a very specific, like, let's Google it. Two-spirit is like, you think you're like Foxkin or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is where I found out that I might be fucking up what two-spirit is, but this is where I found out about this stuff because a buddy of mine who lives in Utah, his wife worked at a public school, and he told me that she told him that they were having a meeting because one of the parents had proposed putting a litter box in the bathroom because their kid thinks it's a cat.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he told me that. I talked about it on podcasts, and people started saying that that was transphobic. And this is a transphobic lie. And I was like, whoa.
So it wasn't a real
What does
story,
that
you
have
mean?
to do? But first of all, what does that have to do with transgender? What does that have to do with that? When you're talking about someone who thinks they're a cat, how is that transphobic? And then I realized, like, there's a lot of things connected in this one group that are not the same thing. Like, they're just trying to lump in every idea. Like, say if you only have, like, you know, the Electoral College, you win a couple points in this state, but if you win like 10 fucking states, you got a big coalition, you can get in the White House. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you can't just transgender people on their own, too many people are like, no, you can't go into the women's room. Get out of here. But then you add them to the gays.
Oh, I see.
You add them to the queers, which is like, what does that mean? You know? And then if you're...
I get more of a buffet of
What is
folks.
that? Are you... Okay, two-spirit people, maybe straight, gay, bisexual, asexual, or queer. Yeah. Exactly. They're the people that want to pretend the most. I'm everything. I'm a boy.
Right,
I'm
they
a
wanna
girl,
play the
I'm
shell game,
straight,
kinda.
You're a fucking narcissist, probably. Probably
Yeah.
a loon. Or maybe you really have this two-spirit thing. I don't know. But there's a variety of things that are true at the same time. You know, you're going to have people that are kooky. And you're also going to have people that, unfortunately, really do wish they were more girl.
Yeah.
Both those things are real. But the thing about us as a species, if you're looking at these drops that are all clearly established markers in terms of testosterone levels, miscarriages, men who are incapable of having children, low sperm counts, smaller testicles and penises, like we're moving in a direction of looking like those fucking aliens.
Well, that's what I've said this for years. If you look at an alien,
Right.
their head is big,
Yeah.
because that's the only thing that's going still,
Yeah.
and their body is this useless sort of fucking Christmas ornament.
Spindly, genderless thing. And
Yeah,
not
they-
genderless, like no tits.
That's stuck
no
under
ass.
a weighted blanket, too, probably, dude. Bro, if
Trapped.
you want to stop an alien, throw one weighted blanket on that bad boy.
I bet they don't interact with things.
Well, of course they don't, because everything happens in their head. It's all
Yeah,
built in at that
yeah.
point. Why do you even need, if you can just blink and come or whatever, and
Yeah.
you just, you fucking blink again and you have a mortgage, and then you
Yeah.
fucking cough and your fucking parents are deceased. It's just like,
There's no non-aware language. You speak every language. You know every fact about everything on Earth at any given moment. It's all in your head. There's
Right.
no questions.
there's no,
You have
yeah,
no dick. You have
who
no
needs
mouth.
it?
You can't even enjoy food. You have no mouth.
yeah, dude. Well, if I got a dick and you got a mouth, dude,
Let's party.
food's second.
Let's
Okay?
party.
I'm catching a BJ. I don't know if you can get a, I
From
don't
a
know.
fucking alien? Imagine getting head from an alien. Imagine you wake up in the middle of the night, like you have a crazy sex dream, and you're like, oh my god. Like you're getting, like, you ever have a dream where you're having sex?
Yeah.
You think in the dream you're actually having sex.
Oh,
it
dude.
feels real. Guys come in their pants.
Oh, I had a dream. I was on an airplane one time, dude. I was flying to Philadelphia, right? And I had a dream that I was doing oral sex, right?
Yeah.
And
Nie wiesz, Maciusiu, co
and I
to
was just kind of
seks?
like that in the
Siema,
air,
siema.
and this old dude fucking shook me and he's like, "Get it together."
Whoa.
I was on the plane. It was
told
just,
you to get it together.
well, yeah, I
Were you
was eating
slurping?
air pussy. Yeah, dude, what are you talking about? Yeah. I think at that point, it's okay if somebody
Imagine if
shakes
you open your eyes and an alien was blowing you.
Oh, I
And
bet
you
it's
just
like,
feel trapped. You're paralyzed. The alien is just sucking your dick, looking you in the eyes. Just big insect eyes. Just, could you imagine?
no,
Bro,
dude.
the fuck
I'm
Stephen
not-
King. That's a real horror movie. Could you imagine you're paralyzed and an alien is sucking your dick?
What sound does it make? I bet it makes a sound of like
Slurpee. Like,
O,
they over exaggerate. They give you like a
jak Maciusiu,
characterized-
to czego
yeah,
się
yeah.
pouczysz może trochę?
We know they like it when you make a lot of noise. They're gonna be gagging.
Ja
But they're
jebie.
not even moving. It's just a feeling and making the noise. Or it also has that light. You know, like whenever you make a Xerox copy of something and that fucking light goes
Yeah.
down the back. It's like that. I wouldn't want that. Dude, what was I seeing the other day? They're having gay animals now. Is that...
They were having gay animals. What are you saying?
If you pull that up, Jimmy, if you see anything of it. Or that animals...
What kind of request is that?
Well, I'm just saying, if you see...
Bro, animals fuck couches. They fuck your leg.
Okay.
You ever have a dog?
Well, some
Dogs
of them...
will grab a hold of your leg. They know your leg isn't a female dog. They don't care. They grab a hold of your leg. Does that mean he's gay? No,
Well-
it means he's crazy horny.
But no, I was seeing something where they were trying to have a hot... It's like a upscale meat or beef that comes from a gay...
Why this one? Hold on to this. Why
Yeah,
are
gay animal-
scientists ignoring all the gay animals? Go down to that because it's fucking.
It's a great
There's
question.
a study. This is like that James Lindsay, Helen Pluckrose, Peter Boghossian thing. What is it? What does it say? Can I read the headline? Why are scientists ignoring all the gay animals?
Yeah.
Imagine like you're a scientist and you're trying to figure out how old the universe is, and that's the complaint you read first thing in the morning, and you're like, hey, there's other shit to worry about.
Hey, you telling me this otter ain't a homosexual?
I'm trying to figure out how old the fucking universe is. That's why there's not a lot of federal funding for gay animals.
Oh, there is now, I
Bro,
bet.
you have to get funding for this stuff.
I'm sure we spent a bill on it, dude.
Yo, that was another thing that was crazy about the Harris campaign was when you found out that they can pay activist groups they give donations to activist groups, like large sums of money.
To
You're like, wait,
activist groups.
Like what? So that these people will endorse them.
Oh, I see.
There's an accusation that she gave, what's that dude's name? Who's on MSNBC? The old dude.
Don Leonard?
No.
Żeby ci tak chciało, ci nie chce.
Don Leonard. You combine two names.
No, biedny
Don
czak, no
Lemon
trzeba
and
go
Sugar Ray
uczcić,
Leonard.
zapamiętać,
Lemon.
po co to ludzie robią.
Yeah, dude. Hey, bro. Hey,
No, Al Sharpton.
Don's
That
got
guy.
Don's got a little more sugar than Ray Leonard, I think. Dude. To be honest, no judgment,
Gościu
dude.
się
But I'll
nazywa
tell you
Baldur
this:
Maple
G.
syrup.
gay animal, bro. Gay animal meat is going to be the new
Clint
thing. You
Eastwood
telling me
to
you're at a
jest
restaurant,
paparapiec
right?
też był dobry.
And-
You're a gay lamb.
And they're like, hey, okay, you can have this lamb,
Yeah.
$70, this shank, or you could have this sweet little lamb shank over
Yeah,
here
this
for
lamb.
$90. Yeah.
The best of both worlds. So it's
Kurwa,
got the
ominąłem
firmness
jednego,
of
tak
male.
myślałem,
Yeah.
że coś tu
It
mi nie
also has that
pasowało.
sweet tenderness of female.
Yeah, it's also been basted from the
Baldur
inside,
Gate'a
you know?
specjalnie na jego
I
miejsce
think
tu.
there's. You telling me you're not going to get a gay steak, dude, for an extra $20? You're not
Well,
going to try
especially
it?
if you're LBGT friendly. You want to support the gay steak market.
No.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's
What
the
if they're
next
like,
Dobra,
they
thing,
start
takie,
though.
cheating
kurwa,
out,
taki
encouraging straight cows
Na
to fuck each
rondzie
other?
zjedź pierwszą
Just
gwiazdę.
because they want that. Because
Postument,
they realize
kurwa,
there's
takiego
more money
fajnego
in gay
człowieka.
steaks.
Twardziela.
Zjedź z ronda.
You're like, I'll take a steak. You're like, is it
Like-
gay? You're like,
like,
you
listen,
fucking better be,
In the
buddy.
attention market that is social media, there has to be a few people out
Kurwa,
there that
jebana
are pretending
Anglia.
to be gay that aren't.
Dosyć, że nie
Like, here's a good
Oh,
example.
for
W
sure.
stronie
Here's a good
jedziesz, to
example.
jeszcze
There were
kurwa
a
te
bunch of
światła za
girls,
kawałek.
and people got mad at them because they're hot female OnlyFans girls, and they started putting fake dicks in their pants
Okay.
and pretending that they're trans, because it was
No.
getting them a lot
Tak
more
się
views.
czujesz, jakbyś pod prąd
So
popierdalał.
apparently,
Pomimo tego, że ja tu
the way to
jeżdżę
get a
tyle
lot
lat,
of views is
w
to
grach
go
nie lubię tego nadal.
hot trans person. Like really hot trans people are in right now.
Oh,
Like really hot, like a girl, like a super hot girl. Oh, yeah.
No nie, co ja zrobiłem, co zrobiłem, co zrobiłem, no, zabiję się. O kurwa, nie tak miałem zrobić. Ale byś mnie na minę wpakował, ale dzięki, że powiedziałeś, już patrzę. Mówisz, że głośniej gadają? Dobra. Dobra.
Big old hog on you. So people
Powiesz,
got
chcesz, żeby ich
mad
też
and
było
started
słychać przez
saying
ciężarówkę,
that
nie?
my identity is not your costume. Like the actual
Like
trans
cultural
people.
appropriation, kind of.
Wiesz
Yeah,
o co
but
chodzi.
like, hey!
Right.
No jak już
Are you
krzyczą, to też ich nie przekrzyczę.
Are you doing that? You have a dick and you're saying you're
Yes.
a girl, and then these girls who don't have a dick are putting a dick on, and you're saying you can't do that.
Oh, so they're all.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's like we're caught in a blender, dude.
First
dude,
of
I
all,
heard.
it's very short-sighted because
Dobra,
you should be
sprawdzimy
pro-trans,
teraz.
it's fake trans.
Right.
If that would make more people into trans people, that'd be better for
Będziesz
everybody.
musiał
Right,
po
no
chwilę,
matter what.
znaczy
Now,
nie
are
musiał,
some
ale
people-
gdybyś mógł chwilę posłuchać i mi powiedzieć, czy jest lepiej,
Are
to
there
spoko.
really some people?
Czy ciężarówkę przede wszystkim nie
are
za
people
cicho, bo
born
to jest
with
ważne.
wiener and breast? Is that a real
Też
thing?
to
I
trzeba
have
trochę
not
jej
heard of that,
słyszeć.
but I know that some guys do have problems with their breasts. Like there's a thing where guys take steroids and develop something called gynomastica. And gynomastica is an enlargement of the breast tissue. I know guys who have had to get their nipples cut open and they have to get that removed
No,
and
kurwa.
sewn back together.
O czym
It's
on
like a
gada?
serious operation.
But so are some
But
people?
that's breast tissue because they take so much testosterone that their body starts producing extra estrogen,
Okay.
and then they get titties as a side effect.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not fucking that up. That's what I've been told. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
O,
But the point is,
kurwa, nie
that's the only
wiem.
time I've ever heard of like with a dick and tit.
But some people are born with both genitals, right?
Yes.
A, nie
So
słychać
that's a little
wtedy.
different, right? That's pretty rare. That's called a hermaphrodite. Now I think they call them intersex now. People are always trying to come up with new names.
Oh yeah, my
So
buddy
that's
had
it.
these growing up.
Hot tits, normal breast tissue, hormone imbalance, causes swelling,
First of all,
causes some sweet titties.
yeah, first batch I ever saw.
I jak
my
tam,
buddy,
Maćku?
shout out to him.
I was
Wszystko
like,
w porządku?
if I could just crop out that right tit, I could rub
Oh,
off
dude,
that right tit.
I used to look
If
at
this-
my buddy
go
like
back to
that.
this.
Jak będziesz się nudził, to wczoraj miałem dyskusję z takim panem, który takie bzdury gadał,
So his left.
że wreszcie dostał kika, tam prawie z godzinę tej dyskusji, jak nie więcej,
So if you just
na
crop
wczorajszym
his left,
streamie
his left.
za Seto Evo.
Just crop it in
Polecam ci się zobaczyć ostatnie godziny tamte gadki. Oj kurde.
Look at that little milk port she's
Bro,
got on
that's
it, brother.
like a hot athletic girl.
Oh, damn, brother. That's a fucking little nerve
We
right
don't really need it.
Sorry, that's a lot, dude. But I'm telling you this, you telling me this, that if you don't you make a steak out of that man, you're not gonna pay an extra $30.
And then the problem would be they would start. Oh, see? That's it. So they're doing it.
A lot of people, but do you think though, this is what I wonder sometimes, do you think that science has us headed so we were all, that everyone is gonna be trans and what, like it's all
Yes.
merging?
Yeah, I think we're gonna be generous, really. Go to that article again. I want to see what they were saying. What were they saying?
It was like 2 of them.
Oh, that's
No zwolnił jebany teraz.
There's a gang
They
of
might
them.
have started it.
They're all over the place. OnlyFans models, can I just read it? OnlyFans models are targeted by online LGBTQ.
I jak ta
moms
rozmowa poszła,
after
spoko?
posting in underwear with fake bulges. That's
Co
so
wyczułeś?
crazy. That's so crazy. That's so hypocritical.
I wonder, dude, I heard Jelly Roll's got that thing on him. I heard he's got a real.
I bet it does.
Trzymaj się
Look at
prawej
that, just
strony.
two boys being silly alongside a trans flag. How can you get mad?
Aha.
How can you get mad?
Ale dobrze, że wiedziałeś. Lepiej
Don't
wiedzieć i
play.
nie potrzebować
You can't
niż
get mad.
potrzebować i
Because
nie
that
wiedzieć.
violates, like, you're saying that your standards are more important than them doing this thing to get attention. That your standards of what's real is not real. Like, no.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. Like, because the only way, because then it's only your standards. Because if you want that kind of a strict control of the way people view things, you're going to allow people to turn that on you. And there's going to be way more people that have a hard time with you saying that you're a woman when you have a dick than there's going to be for a bunch of girls who just want to take pictures where they have fake bulges.
Yeah.
That doesn't make. You're just being a
A ja
control freak.
też.
Like, you can't
Nigdy nie
have
lubiłem całe
no
swoje
fake
życie i
trans
myślałem, że im będę starszy, tym będzie mi to lepiej, ale ja też się zawsze stresuję.
Right, it's like saying you can't.
Życzę ci, żeby dobrze to się skończyło, no
Right,
to
it's
jest
almost the same with like a
najważniejsze.
lot of cultural appropriation stuff, but at a certain point it just gets ridiculous. It's
Niestety,
like you
trochę
know,
stresu trzeba mieć, żeby potem się nie stresować.
fake being black. I'm not doing it.
No, he faked being a woman. You know that dude? He was on like one of those reality shows, and he had all the tattoos. He was like a good-looking guy, which is why it was crazy. He said he was transitioning, and he was just
Na rondzie
He
zjedź
did it for
drugi
like 6
zjazd.
months.
Beats chicks.
No, just like making videos online where
Oh,
people
no, I
get
didn't
mad
see
at
that.
him. But he kept it up forever. That dude. Explaining Josh Cedars trans
No.
hoax, alleged fake death,
Baba, nie?
why Monica
No,
never
mówiłem, że
knows.
baba zamiast jechać, to się zatrzymała, ja też wyhamowałem, no.
So this guy,
Zjedź z
he was very
ronda.
smart. He said he's been undergoing a crash out of most epic.
Trzymaj się lewej strony, a następnie skręć w lewo.
Somehow RuPaul's Drag Race doll Monica Beverly Hills.
Skręć w lewo.
involved. Is this like a far left-wing blog? The way they're writing this is like. Okay. Well, that
Do Londynu
It's
wjechaliśmy.
called
What is
them.
the tone?
First of all, it's called them.us.
Yeah. I was like, what is the? I don't understand what the tone of this article is. So go back to.
So he was pretending to be trans, Joe?
Yes.
Okay.
For a long time. Okay,
Okay.
here it goes. Scroll up. Here it goes. The former reality TV star has gone viral on social media for the worst reasons. That's definitely not the worst reason.
Yeah.
Allegedly faking his own death and claiming it was a hack, as well as pretending to be trans and posting photos of himself in feminine clothes as an experimental mockery of trans people that he claims is exposing the woke mind virus. But that's not the worst reasons. The worst reasons is like you killed a bunch of folks. The worst reasons you lit a school on fire. That's the worst reasons. Like, that's not the worst reasons for going viral. Because why did he pretend to be trans? He came out as a trans woman. He gave interviews to the public on page 6.
But are there people that aren't? So this guy just pretended to be trans for a long time. So he was making a mockery of it.
He said 5 months, so he did it for 5 months. So in October, 5 months later, he said that it was all a social experiment on an episode of the conservative podcast Prime Time with Alex Stein. Sider said the purpose was to expose how gullible and delusional the left is. What I did is I faked being a faker. he
Przygotuj
said.
się do
I
zjazdu w
pretended to be
lewo.
a pretender. But yeah, well, that's
Right.
The thing is, like, people don't want to admit that he's correct because it makes you insensitive. But
Zjedź
what he's
w
saying
lewo.
is, like, logic.
Right.
It's logical.
And so what if people are actually trans? Are some people actually trans?
You should have to ask them.
Okay.
Therein lies the problem.
I see.
I think there are people that are not, though. There's people that are perverts, for sure, and pretend to be trans so they can go to experience. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
For
That's
sure.
at LAX.
For sure. I'm not accusing all of them. I'm just
No,
saying
but I've seen it.
you're going to have that if you have this thing. This
This
new
loophole.
thing. This new thing. When I was a kid, if a guy with a beard and a dress tried to go into the women's room, men would go in there and beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let that happen. They would say, well, that guy's a pervert.
And if a woman went into the men's room, we tell her to bring a couple of her friends. You know what I'm saying? But still,
That's
in a
not saying
respectable
this
way.
about-
Or you would guard the door while they were urinating. That was another thing. If a woman said, I really need to urinate.
Yeah, well, no one would care.
Here, maybe had a relationship with this Monica.
Oh, is Monica Beverly Hills a gay guy?
This
Oh.
person like tried to out them, I guess, and they denied it, and then I guess. So that's they're saying that
See, that's what happens a lot of times is people will...
Well, listen, for whatever, maybe the guy's gay and he pretended to be a woman. He's not.
Trzymaj się lewej strony,
Alright.
a
So
następnie
maybe he had a
skręć
gay
w lewo.
relationship with a drag queen. And maybe it's not even a gay relationship if it's a drag queen. I don't remember anymore. I don't know what the new regulations are.
All I'm
I don't
telling
know
you
what the new
is...
regulations are. All I'm saying
Skręć
is,
w lewo.
if you want to be a person who is open-minded and who's compassionate and who wants to let people live and let live, you can't get mad at these girls putting rubber dicks in their mouths. It's too
Well, it's like
stupid.
somebody dressing up like for someone for Halloween, I feel like,
Yeah.
right?
A little bit.
Like
But you could say that's what they're doing.
I see what you're saying.
You know?
So you're
There's-
saying you're making your own
Yeah.
Halloween. So
Yeah,
you can't be
I'm
upset if we
saying
make a Halloween.
You can say you're a girl. You can
Yeah.
say you're a girl. And you can be a guy with a beard
let me
and
think
long
about it.
nails and say you're a girl. But you can't make me go along with it.
I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying that you can't say you're a girl. I'm not saying that you can't call yourself a new name. But if we're in this weird aggressive situation and you want me to say you're a girl so that you can go do girl things in the girls' room, like, you can't make me agree. That's where it gets crazy. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not infringing on anybody else's space, there's a reason girls don't want to be in a fucking bathroom with dudes.
Yeah.
And if it's like trans men in the men's room, men don't give a fuck because women aren't going in there to rape men,
Right.
right? So that's the difference. They're women that think they're men, no one cares. If a woman who thinks she's a man wants to enter into men's sports, that's gonna stop.
Right. Because sometimes it's all one direction, isn't it? Isn't it always men going to women's stuff?
Well, for sports, for sure. Look, there have been women that have turned trans and competed against boys. It definitely has happened. But the striking dominance that you see with trans men, trans women, biological men who identify as women compete against regular biological men in sports.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You get people with like,
I would go somewhere.
it's a delusion. It's
Yeah.
just a delusion. You should let it. If you want to have an all trans league, do that.
That's what we should do, I feel like. It seems like there should be that so that
You
then...
can't just, it's a cheat code. You can't just say you're a girl. You're not a girl. Let's do a DNA test. Let's do a chromosome test. Oh, look, XY. You're a guy.
Will DNA tell you the truth every single time? Will that answer always be the...
The fucking chromosomes will.
Okay, so there's no...
Look, there's going to be a variable thing. There's going to be a thing even with that, right? So if you have like male and female, all male and all female are created equal. There's a giant curve between
Oh.
like the most manly man and the most womanly man.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the most manly woman and the most womanly woman. Like there's this giant fucking curve that all it means to be a human being. I can't tell you where you are in that curve.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you are you, man. You be you. I'll be
I'm
me.
doing fine.
I want you to be happy. But you can't
why?
pretend you're in that other group. You can't, especially if you're the male pretending you're a female.
Yeah.
You want to
jelly roll, dude. He's got that hog on him, huh?
Yeah, but he's clearly identifying as a male.
Oh yeah, no one's denying.
But if he wasn't, and then he had that big old hog, keep him out of the women's room.
I'm just saying he's got that mistletoe. I heard, That's what I heard, dude. I heard he's got that. You know that thing that cops throw out to get the car to stop if it's going real fast.
Those nails on the strip.
I'm just saying, I heard he's got that rope on him, boy. So whatever, dude. Stay black, homie. That's what Joey Diaz always says.
Stay black.
That's the
the
best
most
thing ever,
important thing.
dude.
Obliczanie nowej
Here's a
trasy.
video where, speaking of Alex Jones, where Joey Diaz and Alex Jones is trying to calm Joey Diaz down, and I'm next to him. I'm just crying, laughing. Joey's telling some story about how he smuggled weed through the airport under his nutsack, and that they didn't catch him. And then, like, what kind of fucking security do we have here? Like, see if you can find it, because I am like literally crying, laughing. Like I can't breathe. I'm fucking crying.
I haven't seen that. I'm trying to think of what
Przegliczam
Joey's going
trasę.
off, and this is, Alex Jones of like early 2000s.
No, I saw they got that new tariff in New York City. You see that? $9 to drive into the city now.
That's so crazy.
During congestion time. So during,
That's so crazy.
I think it's 5 a.m. to 2.
He's just trying to ruin that city.
Well, I just wonder, what will that, like, who does it, obviously it hits, everything hits people that don't have money the hardest, right?
You know, we were talking about how once people have power over you, once they have control over you, they never want to let that go.
Oh, for sure.
The East Coast is a great example of that, and one of the best examples is the tolls. The tolls were supposed to be created to pay for the city to build the roads,
Right.
build the bridges, but they paid for it 100 times over. Once it's already been paid, now you're just stealing money from people because you can.
Yeah.
So then they just fill their coffers up, and fill their bureaucracy, and fill their red tape to justify all this money coming.
It's all a scheme.
They're just better at covering up what they do. I don't know. He was dancing and singing, and next thing you know, he's dying of oxygen. No, not right. A junkie for junkie every day. He doesn't pick up singing dance, and then he has oxygen tanks at night. Something's not right there.
Jedź prosto.
Like, old school, you were dead, do what you are alive. You understand me? And now they got a new record coming out. And Dick Lord was doing a touring shit with the people from Vegas that jump up and down the blue band, whatever the hell that is. I mean, he's ever dead. Tried to call, tried to kill Michael Jackson. I know. I smoke a little joint, I'll break it down. I'll break it down because he bumped up music from Paul McCartney and wanted to get it back to him. And all of a sudden they put Paul McCartney in the Super Bowl. They tried to build up the Beatles to get their thing going, and all of a sudden Michael Jackson. That's right.
I believe it goes well. The best is the end, though. It's so stupid. It just gets in the very back.
Happens to your bullshit congressman, or your bullshit governor, or you're a bullshit president, somebody's running for president, and he's hitting you with that same force shit that they give you every 4 fucking years, and you still vote for the fucking Momo, and you get mad. Think about me saying the word fuck.
Trzymaj się lewej strony, a następnie jedź dalej prosto.
Oj,
Solid points. Don't do the, no, I know, Joey, you get it. But this is the American public, no. And every 4 years they buy
Jedź
the same
prosto.
shit they've been buying every 4 years, and the same people with their Harvard articulation and the Hollywood curse, and they're Christians, and they have a family, and these are the same people that shove it up your fucking ass every year. The one thing that you get about me is, I'll say fuck, but I will not fucking rock. If I need something, I'll ask you like a man. Hey, well, fuck yourself, you cunt. Hold on 1 second. Take a joke, Joey Diaz, Facebook, Twitter, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass.
He goes back!
I'm the umpire. I'm throwing. All right. Listen, stay black, because that's the most important. Okay.
Stay black, dude. Bro, we gotta start getting more. When are you gonna start to see people just identify as black?
You can't do that. They won't let me do
Jedź
that.
Yeah,
prosto.
but that's what they said about everything.
Yeah, but that one's been a hard line for a while. You used to be able to do blackface. Think about it. So many people did blackface in movies. Robert Downey Jr. did blackface in the early 2000s, right?
Point.
He used
Jimmy
to be able
Kimmel
to do
did.
it. Look at that movie Soul Man. Remember? The guy pretended to be black to get like a college
Trudeau did it.
education. Yeah, he did it. A lot of people did it.
Lexter Holt, I don't even think. He looks.
I think that's his real name.
You do?
Yeah, I think that is.
Okay. That's a rumor.
The point is, it's going the other direction. It's not going the direction of like the Rachel Dolezal.
No, I think you're gonna have a real surge coming up.
Well, there are people that have tried it. The problem is now with 23andMe,
Mike Perry,
he's got like 2%.
you gonna tell? Hey, I ain't gonna tell him yet.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie jedź dalej prosto.
I ain't telling Mike Perry is a
Jedź
zebra if he
prosto.
wants to be.
Yeah.
But hey,
I'm not
can
interested
you
in
bring up
arguing.
people that are trying to be black and see, like by texturizing your skin, there's new things.
Well, I definitely think that people are taking pills. I've heard of that.
Yeah, darkening pills or whatever.
Yeah, there's some
Trzymaj się
kind of
prawej
Dark
strony,
getting
a
pills.
następnie jedź dalej prosto.
that darkens your skin. It may be a peptide, but I've heard of it.
Jedź
It
prosto.
might even have some weird like melanin.
Yeah.
But I do remember seeing it on an internet article. It's like California people going into like different,
Oh yeah.
different shit that people are doing.
Dark buddy or whatever they're called.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a
And
następnie
you just like
jedź
take a
dalej
couple
prosto.
pills of it.
Oh, he's taking to Justin Trudeau.
Jedź prosto.
Dude, you know he just retired.
Just retired.
That's crazy.
Well, he's stepping down until they're gonna have to find a replacement.
I liked it better when he was
That's-
black.
That was very good.
But still, dude, he was a fucking vibe. Bro, people have hammered on that guy so much. But can you see?
Rightly so, man. That
Well,
guy's
he just
a creep.
he doesn't
It's
seem like he
He's
has
just like a communist.
any strength inside of his own. And he almost seems like a character from a Charles Dickens novel. Right? If you bring up his retirement speech from the other day,
Yeah. Well, it's fake. That's
it's
why.
like, oh, father.
It's fake. It's all fake. It's like a fake progressive. The whole thing's fake. That's why he was an authoritarian, and he kept cracking down on people's rights, and they all really saw it during that trucker protest, because that's when it was really in front of everybody's face. We couldn't ignore it. Here's this guy is trying to, he's freezing bank accounts for the people that donated money to the truckers. Yeah, I don't want to listen to this.
But he very much has a character from a Charles Dickens novel, doesn't he?
It's because it's performing.
Look, he
Like,
looks
if you
AI
want-
though. Look
But
at
if you go to see a movie about Charles Dickens, here's one thing whenever you see an old-timey movie. Everyone talks in a more elegant and sophisticated
father.
manner.
Hello.
Yeah, there's a difference to the way people talk to us, like Dickens.
I've got
type.
rubella, Dad.
Yeah.
Tommy has rubella.
You know why? Because it's fake. Right? Like, that's how people used to make movies.
Did people
They
really
made
talk
them
like that back
fake.
then?
No. No, people talk the way they talk.
Nuh-uh.
It's just people were just not, well, they talked. They had different vernacular than they do now. But people, when you're performing something was new. You have to think about this. If you go back and watch movies, like one of the things that's great about the fact that we produce so much content is that what it's done, the entire bank of all the content that people have created since the beginning of television being started, to the rock and roll boom of the 1960s, to the internet, to all these different, you can see the way people communicate evolves and changes. And if you go back to the earliest representations of broadcast media in the country, everyone talks in a way that's not natural.
James J. Braddock like
Here
that.
we are.
Yep.
ABC News World Report. Hitler has moved into, it's like there's a way that they talk back then. And then there's, if you go watch those movies, they talked fake in the movies. Like Marlon Brando was the first guy to not talk fake, and everyone's like, hey, what is this guy doing? It's revolutionary. He seems like he's a real guy. Like nobody even knew how to do that until Brando came along and did it. And so then movies
that's good.
became, and then you get a guy like a Daniel Day-Lewis. Where does he come from? Well, he comes from this entire evolutionary tree of people figuring out what's the best way to pretend publicly. And the way that they would do it in Charles Dickens movies was a primitive way. It's like when you're watching
Albert is sick, Dad.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This was like Christmas film.
Oh yeah.
The old one, the claymation one. The snow is moving around. Rudolph. Snowman. It's goofy as fuck. Santa looks goofy as fuck. It's terrible the way people talk.
Santa.
It seems so fake. But that was the standard. It's like $6 Million Man was a good show. Okay? It was a good show. So the people that are still doing it that way, it's glaringly obvious.
Right.
So what Justin Trudeau is doing, he's doing like a fucking strip club DJ voice.
Yeah.
You know, he's like,
Lexus to the main stage.
Good
it's an
evening,
affectation.
Manitoba.
You don't know who that guy is. You're not getting any of him. That is a mask.
Yeah.
You're not getting any of him.
Well, he went to that Tragically Hip concert. Is that the band, Tragically Hip? Huh? Tragically Hip, yeah. He went to that concert and he wore a jean jacket and everybody thought he was like a vibe, and I think that's how he won that election or whatever.
Wow.
And, you know,
That's hilarious.
and then...
He's good looking, he's tall, and he's
Trzymaj się
charismatic.
lewej
He's figured out a
strony, a
way to
następnie
bullshit in the beginning
zjedź w
before he had any
lewo.
power at work.
Yeah.
Because he sounded like a sensible guy. But people get revealed when they face pressure.
Zjedź
He
w
faced
lewo.
pressure during the trucker thing, then he showed his true cards.
Do you think that they'll take Canada in to be the 50s first or
Trzymaj
second
się
state,
lewej
whichever one
strony.
it is?
I think, this is
Oj.
the thing. I think we take Canada and then we go right into Mexico.
Let's fucking go.
Good.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that's what I said. I tweeted that today.
You did? See that?
Should let Mexico in too.
I want to be
Look,
fucking
everybody
Mexican.
keeps sneaking over. How about we just let them stay here?
Yeah, huh?
Just like, how about we go into that? How about what I said? How about what he said? Like, instead of trying to like let all the bad stuff in, how about we make this like totally locked down safe and then expand safety? Expand it.
Trzymaj się prawej strony, a następnie jedź dalej prosto.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But also there's
Big
some...
problem.
Like, Poland doesn't let anybody in or out of their country. Is
Jedź
that right?
prosto.
Poland doesn't. And that's why, like, why don't some countries, like, well, I guess America is kind of this, it's kind of a halfway house of, like, ideals over the years. It feels like, I always thought there was this, like, yeah, idea of this is an American, this is what we do, you know? It's kind of like how you were brought up, like, with the Pledge of Allegiance, civics class, all that type of stuff. Like, this is what it means, like, forward, tough type vibes, you know? But then everything kind of changes over time, and now I feel like we don't know what America is, and I think that's the part that seems super scary to people sometimes.
Well, that's the part that's easy to manipulate, right? So in this moment of chaos that we're talking about, I don't know what America is anymore. That's when we get all these fucking activist groups. That's when we get this discourse online. That's when you get people attacking. And you get real people that get caught up in it too. If they're getting you caught up in it as well, because all these people, like, people are super addicted to arguing and stuff online. And I see, like, otherwise very reasonable people who are on Twitter 12 hours a day. I just don't understand what the fuck is wrong with them. Otherwise very reasonable, successful people. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, some people tweet all day. Elon tweets all day. But it must be an addiction, right? At this point, I mean, there's
It
no
has to
way.
be. It
If
has
it's
to be.
real, do you think it's really him doing it?
Well, that was the Andre thing. That was the thing. That people were saying that this was a fake. So was that proven that it wasn't him? I'd heard that it was proven that it wasn't him because this guy who sounds like Elon was doing something while Elon was playing Diablo Live.
They had them talk to each other
What?
in the space.
Right.
They were talking. They were definitely both making noise at the same time. Like, again, without seeing both.
Also,
I've never seen a picture of the guy.
that could be AI.
Yeah.
Right? You told me a guy like Elon couldn't, like, just for funsies, rig something like that.
Maybe
That's
someone
it.
to test it.
He's catching rockets with robot arms. You know? You don't think he can figure that out? He can figure that out. He can have the algorithms talk to each other. I think there's, they can already translate your language. They can take whatever you're saying right now in your podcast and they can translate it to German, they can translate it to Spanish, they can translate it to anything. If they can do that, they could for sure have a version of you that's quick enough with AI that it can respond like a person.
Well, it's all going to get interesting because now there used to be places if you didn't like what was going on, you could sail off to another place. But there's not that many of those places anymore.
No,
So
that's one of the
now-
reasons why we protect freedom. Because if they can lock down on us, we are the last beacon of hope for the world. I know that sounds ridiculous. Oh, you guys are so ridiculous. No, I'm so egocentric. Look what's happening. Look at the chaos. Look at the chaos. Look at what's happening in terms of like upset. Look what's happening with Palestine and Israel. What's happening with Ukraine and Russia. Did you see that fucking bomb that went off today? You want to see something nuts? You don't know
Jedź prosto.
think you sent me in the middle of the night.
I was taking a shit.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, Jamie needs to know about this one.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't like shitting at night because sometimes I'll go back to sleep. So while I'm sitting there, my legs will fall asleep. Ever had that happen to you, bub? And then you try to get up, you're like, I'm stuck here. Oh shit,
Jedź prosto, a następnie skręć w
You
lewo.
fall down and hurt yourself.
You just
Imagine that's how you hurt yourself, like slipping with your pants down by your ankles and your dumbass stupid legs. You bang your fucking head into the nightstand like, ow!
and your wife's like, is this what married?
Ow! Yeah. You're the protector. You KO'd yourself in the toilet room, slamming your head off the fucking doorknob. Bonk. You got a big circle in the middle of your forehead for a month. Every time she looks at you, she looks at you with your stupid fucking bruise, your pants down by your ankles, half wiped ass.
Dude, my mom used to always come. We'd doze off on the shitter as children. You know, my mom would always come in there and rescue us or whatever. You know?
That's hilarious.
Pretty
Well,
cool.
now it must be more common because of phones.
Oh yeah, people all
Spend
the
way more
time.
time.
A lot of crazy stuff happening. You know, the Asians can't eat hot dogs anymore. I just saw that the other day.
They can't, as a general rule.
They're not allowing it. North Korea.
What were you just looking up, Jamie? Yeah. You need to see this.
I've already. I don't think that video is real.
You son of a bitch.
But there's already some saying
Well, I remember the beginning of the war, there was a bunch of footage that turned out to just be video games. It was going everywhere. Because people can make money from clicks, right? So, can I see that again? How do you know this?
comes up here, that video of that bomb and the tree line. That's the two things that edited those two things.
In what way? So, But if it's far enough away for the curvature of the Earth, wouldn't that?
In theory, it could be real, but this is the only video of this that exists.
Right.
No
See,
one else
this is
claiming that this is
right. What I'm seeing though is that thing that you're looking at in the background is elevated, right? So that would indicate to me hills and valleys. So that means the bomb could be going off in the valley below that, and I don't know how far down it is. So if you're talking about an area like this could be Utah, right? So if you're taking a photograph in certain
Trzymaj się lewej strony, a następnie skręć w lewo.
Utah? Oh, Ukraine?
They probably do, right? So, see what I'm saying? Like, that could be far enough
Skręć w
over
lewo.
that hill where you get that effect of separation and still be natural.
The way that it even looks, though, it looks like someone's got a TV behind them and everything, and they're showing an explosion on the TV. The way that looks is not
Jedź prosto.
Right, it does look like a little,
exposed correctly. If you
right.
And
It
when
looks,
it pulls away, it gets
Yeah.
it looks grainier.
And I don't know how you would be filming that to catch a hypersonic missile. It says it was a U.S. reporter accidentally filmed it.
And it's going pretty slow at that point, too.
Jedź prosto, a następnie trzymaj się lewej
It's a
strony.
little slower than it is because, you know, it's covering a lot of distance.
Trzymaj się lewej strony, a następnie jedź dalej prosto.
It's hard too because like we're probably looking at cell phone footage, and cell phone footage is still not that good.
So bizarre.
They keep making it better and better.
Trzymaj się
but-
lewej
It gets
strony,
worse
a
and worse, the photos
następnie
do.
jedź dalej
First of all,
prosto.
like drones, I have not seen one good cell phone drone video. So all that argument about like if UFOs are
Jedź
real,
prosto.
where are the fucking videos? Everyone's got a phone. Those arguments are now out the window because we know the drones are real, right? So we don't. What? Oh, the type of missile that they're saying that was.
That was a video.
Yeah.
It would be everywhere. What do you mean?
There would be a bunch more results saying, like, look at this crazy video of this missile going off.
Oh, I see.
Not
So
this.
there's only one video, and there's no other reports of that bomb going off like that. What is? Oh, it's ship host.
Głodny już
What was
jestem,
that
trzeba
one,
skończyć
though,
zaraz
that
tą
did
traskę
blow
i
up? Was it in
usiąść.
Iran or in Syria recently, where they hit some ammo depot, the Israelis did, and it looked crazy. And that was a real one. Well, yeah, you remember that one? Was it? I think you're right.
That's heartbreaking.
Oh, it's so scary. You watch the amount of explosion when it hits. You're like, Jesus. Check this out. Oh, this is a different one, but this is another one that's crazy. This is an ammunition depot building that blows up. Watch this.
Oh, you're lying.
Bro, how fucking scary is that? So play that back again.
That's real?
Watch this. Yeah, that's what it looks like when one of them things blows up. That's crazy.
Could a Kevlar thing help you from that?
Szukanie
Kevlar?
nowej trasy.
Everyone's getting smushed. Especially if you're close.
Zawróć,
The
kiedy będzie to
buildings are
możliwe.
being eliminated.
And
Just
what could
getting
you hide behind? Like, what type of thing would you do there?
There's
What do you-
nothing. You're not going to do anything. You're going to get vaporized.
But you have
So
to,
it's only about how much distance you are from vaporized. Here's one too. Yeah, this is the one that you're really Syrian. That's right, the Syrian army. Check this out. See if you can do it from the beginning. Watch this. Look at this.
this just happened.
Ale tam mieliśmy, nieważne, znajdę nową
Kurwa,
trasę.
dlaczego na mnie do tyłu
What did they do
prowadzi?
wrong?
The way you just phrased that was so funny.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
If you really
W
want to pay
porządku,
attention,
znajdziemy
you have to go
inną
down
trasę.
multiple rabbit holes.
Okay.
But you know, Assad was just removed as the dictator of Syria.
Okay.
What's that, Jim? Oh, I thought you did. He did get removed, right? And is he dead or is he? Because there was reports that he was in a plane. The plane was shot out of the sky, but then there was reports that he landed in Russia. So I don't even know what's true.
Jedź prosto.
Did he get a shot out of the sky? Or was that was like a story that was in the news? Are the stories still up that says his plane got shot out of the sky? Because I remember
Na
there
rondzie
were stories that
zjedź
said his
drugim
plane got shot out of the
zjazdem.
sky, and then there was some Twitter story saying that he landed in Russia. I was like, what is going on with this?
Zjedź z ronda.
They wanted a regime change.
How hard was it for him to get?
Na rondzie zjedź pierwszym
That's the problem.
zjazdem.
If you want to go down this rabbit hole and have a conversation with like Dave Smith about it,
He knows.
Zjedź z ronda.
he'll take you down the rabbit hole.
He's an interesting guy, huh? He's very smart, huh?
Very, very smart. Like, legit. He's not bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's
He's a-
why he gets these guys, they get cocky, they don't have like Chris Cuomo, they want to have a debate with him, and he just trounces them because like he knows what he's talking about. He's not lying, right? Difference between a guy like any of these CNN type media darling types who push the fucking COVID narrative and push every mainstream narrative. Those guys, that's a very specific kind of mindset. It's a bullshitter's mindset. And those guys all melt in front of actual conversations with people like Dave Smith who know what they're talking about and not ideologically captured.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things you just can't argue. You can't argue that it's a good idea to do certain things. And if you have not made that conclusion in your mind, you're still thinking like you're employed at CNN, you're never going to beat a guy like Dave Smith in a conversation. Because he's not going to argue with you if you're right. If you're right, he's going to agree with you.
He seems so locked
These
in.
people that they're doing a totally different thing. Reuters reports Assad may have died in plane crash. Later removes report. Well, they got the
Do you
Yeah.
believe that we still can get real news information, Joe?
Trzymaj się prawej strony.
Speaking of which, I have to correct something because there was a conversation that I had with Giannis Pappas and Christy Stefano. We were talking about John Jones. I had heard a rumor that John Jones wanted $30 million to fight Tom Aspinall, and I did hear that rumor. And I did hear the UFC said yes, but it's not true. So Dana contacted me and said that rumor was bullshit. So I felt obligated to tell everybody that was a fake rumor. I don't even remember because we did that podcast. Unfortunately, we did that podcast 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
What do
Trzymaj się prawej strony.
For, or do you think it's an amount?
Well, apparently John's thinking about retiring.
Yeah.
And he should. I mean, he's going to have to someday. He should. I'm not saying he should retire. I'm saying he should think about it. Give the man all the time he wants. He can fight whenever he wants to fight. That's John Jones. He's the GOAT. So leave him alone. If he decides one day to come back, and he comes back and he wants to fight Tom Aspinall for the heavyweight title, the question is like, how long?
Trzymaj się prawej strony.
On to the title before we start having a conversation. I mean, just knocked out Steve Miocic, so give the man months. Give the man 5 or 6 months. Just leave him the fuck alone. But at a certain point in time, you have to decide who the heavyweight champion is. And if Tom is the interim heavyweight champion, and John decides he doesn't want to fight anymore, he can do that. And he can do that also, and then come back in a year and fight for the title. He can do that. He can do whatever he wants. But he might decide, you know what? Had an unbelievable career, never lost, except the disqualification loss to a rule in his since been reversed. He's the GOAT. He retires. He's got plenty of money. He's got an opportunity to do some acting. Yeah.
He's an interesting character to me because he seems like he seems unique, kind of.
That's fair.
Like he seems hard to pinpoint, kind of. Make any sense or no?
No, but that doesn't ever stop me from conversations with him. I don't require you to make sense.
Yeah, he
that
just
would be
seems
so
unique.
boring. Imagine if I were. Listen, Theo, I really love you. I love talking to you. Imagine that would
Yeah.
ruin our whole relationship.
That's true.
That would be the most ridiculous requirement. Go, you know what Joe said to me? People go, what? That is so fucked up. Why would he say that?
God, give me one of those gay steaks, huh? Those things are $30 more. God damn.
It comes out. They fucking
You
pull
telling
it
me
out of-
queer shoulders $9 more per pound?
They serve it. The way to taste
Trzymaj
that.
się prawej strony.
The waiter just kind of scoops it onto your tongue.
Yeah, I
I'm
call it
tell-
a juicy something.
But they're gonna start. It's gonna start happening. They're gonna start getting these LGBTQ meats. They're gonna start getting.
What's the D? You put a D.
I don't know. I think probably for cats.
She said LGBT.
I don't know, dude. They keep putting other
There's
stuff
still
in
new
there.
ones. Yeah, they always add ones. But the one that pisses me off the most, they add the A. That's asexual. Hey, stay out of it. This is not you. Why are you in there?
Yeah.
See, it's like it's the electoral college thing that I was talking about.
Right.
Because they gathered up this
We get
gang
enough.
of like fucking Springfield, Ohio. Come on in. Come on in. We can use your vote. They just pile it all up. Do you think it's a good idea to get rid of the electoral college? Do you think it should be one person, one vote?
Yeah, I kind of do because I think there's no way that it's like askew at all. You know, I feel like it's one person, one vote. That's it.
Right.
You know, I just worry about still like how many extra votes they had the one time. You know, if that was ever figured out or not,
No.
which seems crazy. But
There's theories.
I just wonder once our voting gets compromised, it's a wrap.
There's theories, but the theories suck. The number's too big. To me, 15 million is too many people. You look at the graph of how many people voted. You know, from 2012, 2016, and then there's 2020.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
People showed up.
And then there's 24. It goes back to normal. And 24 is probably the most consequential election of my lifetime, where people felt more nervous. Like if these motherfuckers get in charge one more time, like we could get literally invaded by terrorists. We could lose all of our rights to say things on the internet.
Coś Przemku, kurde, nie widziałem w ogóle, cię nie widziałem, że napisałeś.
Like the free speech is not hate speech. That Tim Walzka was actually saying
Wybacz.
hate speech. Free speech does not include hate speech. What are you? By whose fucking definition? Yours? The guy who thinks tampons should be in the boys' room? Like when Trump started calling him Tampon Tim, that was like one of the
That's crazy.
out of all his names, that's my all-time favorite. It didn't get used that much because he only had it for a couple of months because the guy went away as soon as the election was over. Tampon Tim was the best.
Yeah, I think I'm amazed how quickly after the election everything just felt like.
Dude, people in New York are starting to
now it's $18 to drive in and out of it. It's $9.
It's under attack. And I don't mean like invaders.
But
There's
now-
that too, but there's also your rights are under attack. You're being propagandized. You're getting your finances drained. They're sucking
Przygotuj się
money
do
out of you,
skrętu
not
w lewo.
providing good service. You have terrible leadership. You have corrupt leadership. You know, they saw Bill de Blasio, and I think they thought it was going to be better with Eric Adams, and this Kathy Hochul lady's out of her fucking mind. Like you're watching these
Kościół.
Skręć w lewo.
run that state, and they're running it into the fucking ground. And people have to wake up before the thing hits the rocks.
Do you think we'll start to separate
Przygotuj
into
się do
different
skrętu w
countries
lewo.
and states eventually? Like, or do you think new things like that will start to happen? Or do you think we'll figure everything out?
Well, we are different countries. We're the
Skręć w
United
lewo,
States of
a
America, but
następnie
we're like,
skręć w lewo.
like New York is so much
Skręć w lewo.
different than Idaho. You know, Iowa is so much different than Florida. You know, I mean, we all
Yes.
speak the
Na
same
rondzie
language.
zjedź
but
pierwszym
how much
zjazdem.
different is Miami to Portland? I mean, they might as well be in another fucking country.
Zjedź
you must
z
have a
ronda.
passport. Yeah. You should check those papers. You just went to Cancun. Sorry.
You should have passport to go to Eastern Washington too, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's like we're a bunch of different spots, and that's one of the things that makes it cool is that you can move to a new spot. But like you were saying, like you could move to a new spot for now. Like we moved. You moved to Nashville. I moved to Texas. We moved.
Trzymaj
because
się
we didn't
lewej
like the
strony,
spot
a
we're at. We found a
następnie
spot that's-
skręć w lewo.
This is better. This is more relaxing. I feel better. But
Skręć w lewo.
if you are under one universal control, in that federal
Trzymaj się
control
lewej strony, a
controls
następnie
all of the
zjedź w
social
lewo.
issues, all of the contentious issues about whatever it is, whether it's Second Amendment, First Amendment,
Zjedź w lewo.
abortion,
Yeah.
immigration, whatever. If you have like central control, then you stifle the debate about what's best for the population. Because when the people get into control, they enforce that, and then they penalize the people that don't agree with them. And they make it like real obvious that you step out of line, they're gonna come get you, and they're gonna arrest you. So they do in the
Przygotuj się
UK,
do skrętu
when
w
they're
prawo.
arresting people that are making Facebook posts,
Skręć w
you
prawo,
bet your
a następnie
fucking ass
skręć
there's
w
a lot of people
prawo.
that want to post things on Facebook and they don't.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to go to jail. And that's not good. That's not good. That's the problem with
Skręć w
centralized
prawo.
control.
Yeah, I just saw a thing where they, oh yeah, well that seems like the scariest thing because it's like, well, how do you think that people here are like people there or that the beliefs here are like the beliefs there? That's why I wish we almost had like places where it's like, okay, if this is how you believe, then this is a
Jesteś
place
u
for you,
celu.
right? And if this is how you believe, then this is a place for you. Because I think if we have, you know, I don't think you'd have that many places. You need probably 10 or
Starczy
11
panie
places.
panowie
Then you
buziaki.
get the problem of people coming into a place and deciding
O,
that they want
do
to
następnego raza. O, Legenda 78, uwielbiam.
Yeah.
Dobry
That's
numerek.
where things get real weird, and you're seeing that with you know, a lot of countries that are getting a lot of Islamic immigrants, and they want to enforce Sharia law, and they want to do it in their neighborhoods, do it in their communities, and